A brand new season of high school football kicks off tonight, and we're just about set for a rematch of last year's season opener featuring Division IV state finalist Sandusky Perkins, looking to build off of a historic season, and a now veteran Clear Fork squad who feel they are ready for a return to gridiron glory. It's live and free high school football coming your way from Bellville. Pre-game coverage and your opening kickoff all coming up next.
Take a look at all the action from Friday Night Football right here in North Central Ohio with great analysis, highlights, coach interviews, and so much more every single Friday night right here on the OH Report.
At Avita Home Health and Hospice, our caring professionals are ready to serve you with personally tailored services designed to meet the unique needs of each individual. When we take on a patient at Avita Home Health and Hospice, they really do feel like family. So when we take care of our family, we want to take care of the whole person. So we take care of them from our nurses, our aides, our physical, occupational, and speech therapists, but we also have people that tend to their hearts. So we have social workers, we have chaplains, and people that can help with the emotional side of their care.
At Avita Home Health and Hospice, we have a dedicated team that takes care of you. Caring for the whole person is our promise to you. From social and emotional well-being to the way the patient relates to their loved ones, we treat your family like our family.
Serving patients and their families wherever they call home, including assisted living facilities and nursing homes. Call 1-800-4NURSES to see if Avita can help administer your plan of custom care.
When it comes to comfort, every degree matters. At Buckeye Horizon, we proudly install and maintain Trane heating and cooling systems built to last, engineered for performance. And with our expert service, your home stays comfortable year-round. No matter the season, we'll keep your system running at its best. Call Buckeye Horizon at 419-529-2738, your local Trane comfort specialist.
We are a compounding pharmacy, so we compound medication that people are not able to find other places. We can make oral liquids, so like liquids you take by mouth. We make creams and ointments, so if you need a medication delivered topically or through the skin, we can get medication into creams that way. We can also make medications into capsules, as well as suppositories, nasal sprays if you need it, things like that.
I think one of the things that makes Wellspring so unique is to give the patient that ability to choose between traditional and or complementary.
If you're needing medication and you're not able to find what you need, or you need it to go into your body in a different way, that's what we help with.
Global Energy Partners brings you in for our pregame show here at the fabulous Colt Corral as we kick off week 1 of the season. And I'm Brian Skronsky alongside Peyton Colopy. But before we jump into both of these teams and tell you about what they're expecting here in 2025, first, let's honor this great nation with the playing of our national anthem as the Clear Fork Marching Band lays down the Star-Spangled Banner. And with that, we say hello here from beautiful Bellville, Ohio. Week 1 of the high school football season has arrived, and one of my favorite venues in the entire Buckeye State right here. A couple of programs with much different expectations than what they had going into 2024 about to meet here, Peyton, and should be a really fun opening night here in the Valley.
I agree. Looking at last year's game between Perkins and Clear Fork, it's definitely going to be an interesting one to watch, especially with Clear Fork's loss up in Perkins last year. They're going to be looking to kind of avenge that loss from last year's team. I know they're disappointed about that, so they're going to be looking to come hard and come fast with these Pirates tonight, and we'll see how the cards fall at the end of the night.
Pirates made it all the way to the last day of the season in 2024, nearly capturing the program's second state title, losing in wild fashion to Indian Valley by just 1 point on a 2-point conversion late in that game. They do only welcome back 4 starters on each side of the ball, Peyton, this year. However, under Coach Santoro, who's done an unbelievable job so far with this program, now they've got that championship pedigree and mentality, and that seems to change cultures pretty quickly.
I agree. The deeper teams get into the playoffs. Even though they lost 20 seniors last year, they're only returning 4 starters this year. That extra practice in the playoffs really helps the young guys, really helps them get them prepared for whenever they do step up to the first team. And we're going to see what kind of preparation that they put in between last year and this offseason, and see how well they're suited for the game tonight.
Going to spotlight tonight Sam Schweinfurth, the senior quarterback, a true pocket passer. This dude's got great poise. Everybody I talked to so far here tonight from the Perkins camp says he's a solid decision maker too. He's not going to have guys like Braylon Collier to throw to, who's now at Michigan State and expects to be a threat there, but he could help this team continue their winning tradition, just everything that he brings to the equation.
Yeah, with 40 touchdowns, only 6 interceptions, and over 3,000 passing yards last year.
Pretty good.
He's definitely got a lot of experience he gained from last year as a first-year starter. This year, we can only expect him to be even better, and his build is just, it's perfect. He's 6'1", 6'2", right around 190, 200 pounds. That's exactly what these teams are looking for in a quarterback.
So Schweinfurth, though, going to have to earn the victory here on the road at the Corral, where the stage is just about set. Clear Fork making their entrance out here into the tunnel. One of the great spectacles that we have in north central Ohio on a Friday night. The hillsides are just absolutely packed per usual. Perfect evening here weather-wise as well in the valley, about 76 degrees and sunny. So everything lining up for just a beautiful night of high school football here to start off the 2025 season. But we can't do it until the Colts emerge here out of the tunnel. Coach Brokaw and company really have been leading up to this season over the last couple. Feel like they got the horses figuratively, literally, to get it done here in 2025. And these are your new school Colts. Coming out to a roaring cheer from the home fans. One of the best small school programs in North Central Ohio. A lot of winning has been done by this program, but not so much the last couple of years. They did catch a nice wave of momentum to close out the regular season last year, winning 3 of 4 to make the playoffs before losing eventually to Bod Penn Miller and Ontario, who ended up playing a classic game against Perkins. The Pirates, of course, beating them in the regional championship. Speaking of the Pirates, here they are, making their trot out to the surface here tonight. But back to this Clear Fork team, a lot of familiar faces for Coach Brokaw. Year number 3, 8 starters back on both sides of the football, Peyton. So that means that these kids, they've been around the program and they know what to expect.
Yeah, it's really hard for coaches to keep that many starters going into a new season. 8 starters it's almost unheard of, especially at a small school level. You're losing guys left and right all the time. You're almost always young on the team. But Coach Brokaw is going to be looking to utilize that experience that he got with last year's program and implementing it into this season.
One guy to certainly keep an eye on all year long, Marcus Hoflick, second-year starter. Showed flashes as a sophomore, but really only found consistency in the passing game with Jay Jackson, who is lost to graduation. I feel like this guy, though, he's the key for them. If he can get it going on offense, command the ship, Peyton, it could be a very fun and successful season for the Colts.
Yeah, losing your number 1 target at the end of the season, it's always going to be hard, especially for a young quarterback. He's going into his junior year. He's got this year and next year left. He's got to find that guy that he's really got chemistry with. He's got to find a couple of them. As long as he found that during the offseason this year, I think he'll do just fine this season.
What do we have flying overhead? It looks like a guy.
I think it's a hang glider.
A hang gliding device overhead here at the Colt Corral. Maybe it's a good sign for the Colts. I'll tell you what they need to do to get a victory here tonight. For me, you just got to set the tone, Peyton. You're playing at home. You got to bring the physicality and just put the game right in Perkins' face.
We were at the scrimmage a couple weeks ago, watched Perkins over at Shelby High School, and the one thing that I noticed that I just couldn't get over was how big they are. Their offensive line is just monstrous. It's going to be really hard to get past that offensive line and make something happen on defense. As long as Clear Fork can do that, I think they're going to have enough speed to be able to keep up with Perkins tonight.
And on the flip side for the Pirates, I feel like some early momentum is huge for them, and here they are kicking it off. Back seat to receive out of the end zone. Obviously, you can't take it out.
Touchback to start the game, starting the ball on the 20-yard line. They got a little bit of green grass in front of them, or turf it is now. So we'll see what this offense can do.
And that will put a bow on our Global Energy Partners pre-game show. Big shout out to Nick Oswald, the entire gang over there, for being awesome Colts supporters. Heard they had a great party on Saturday, raised a bunch of funds for new things like the brand new scoreboard that we have out here. Still can't get a good view of it on our clock camera from where we're set up here in the press box, but it is a beauty. You can actually at least read it here this season. And we'll see what kind of read we get here on first down. Hoflick hands it off. This is Porter Schmidt to the outside. He gets hit by the defensive end, struck down after maybe just a gain of 2.
Maybe a short gain. Looks like we got 3 yards, but a lot of coaches, that's all they're asking for, 3 yards, and you can move the chains with just that.
Brings up 2nd down and 7 for the Colts.
Colts break the huddle here now. 2nd down. Hoflick from the gun. Calls his number all the way, looks for a gap, and it gets eaten up pretty quickly.
Maybe a 2-yard run on that. That defensive line just swallowed him up. There was really nowhere for him to go there. Looks like they gave him 3 yards, actually. So we're setting up 3rd and 4th for the Colts as they come up to the line. Quarterback in shotgun, sidecar to his left. Twins on both his right and left. Takes a snap. Just a quick pass out to the right. and he held on to it for a first down.
Yeah, that's a heck of a catch right there for Porter Schmidt, and that's what they need from this young fella. Step up, make some plays here in 2025. He got kind of the bulk share of the load last year, and he's able to pick up a, I think, really big Charter Next Generation first down here to not have a quick 3-and-out and give Perkins the momentum that they're looking for.
They definitely needed that. Start this game off, get them on the right foot.
After the fresh set, again, they'll pound it straight ahead. Not a lot of wiggle room. Really got to credit the Pirates coming up, shutting down some of these holes, not allowing these backs to carry to the second level. And that's going to be a minimal gain there with Braden Hayes on the carry.
It was a good hard run. Didn't get a lot of yardage out of it. Again, he got 3 yards, what coaches are looking for. But it was a real tough run. And again, the defensive line of Perkins just swallowed him up.
Just a one receiver set. They're going to turn, hand off here near side. Perkins flying to the football, spinning his way for a couple of extra yards. That's going to be Hayes again on the carry.
Again, another hard run. I mean, this kid, he's only in 10th grade. I mean, he's going to be good if he keeps running like that. Coaches are really going to start utilizing him a lot this season. Looks like we got Porter Schmidt back there again with Hoflick.
Yeah, we'll see if he hands it off. They will. And the Pirates read it pretty nicely. That was Evan Straub off the outside edge. Disrupted it before that chance had the play had a chance to really take off, and that'll be the first 4th down the Colts will face.
Looks like a loss of 1 on that play. Offensive line just got beat. There's another relay that went wrong in that play. They just were outplayed on that.
So the punt unit on here for the Colts. Back deep for the Pirates. Bryce Davey, big play threat.
With only a single deep man, we'll see what the punter does, see if he kicks it right to him. Or looks like he's keeping it up the right sideline.
Yeah, a lot of green.
Number 7 making a move. Taken out of bounds at the Perkins 48-yard line, it looks like they're giving him.
So that'll be a mammoth Charter Next Gen first down. Nash Evans maybe just reading the play right here. A lot of grass open to the outside, and Peyton, he just totally capitalized.
Looks to me like that might have been a designed fake punt by Coach Brokaw. What a play to keep the chains moving.
Colts offense stays on the field, breaking into enemy territory for the first time tonight. They got the jet sweep. And again, read really well. Disciplined defense so far by the Pirates. This is Devin Oswalt, game breaker on the track and field side of things, and has really grown as well. Strong kid, but not able to wiggle free right here.
Yeah, that defensive line, they just ripped through the blocks and really read the play very well. They're very disciplined up front, and that's a testament to the coaching that Perkins has over there at their school.
Long drive, 4 minutes, 20 seconds already off. Here's Hoflick, shaking to the outside.
Avoiding the sack there, but it looks like we have a couple flags down in the backfield. See if the refs call on this one.
Certainly feels like this is going to go against Clear Fork. Buying that extra time as the quarterback puts you in a tough situation oftentimes on the offensive front, not knowing when he's going to escape and break the pocket.
Yeah, the head referee down there talking to the Perkins coaches. Let's see what the call is here. Holding on the offense. Perkins is going to decline for, looks like another 1-yard loss. Going to be 3rd and 12.
Spin it back, see if you can identify who this is on here, Peyton. It's a nice ball fake, and yeah, no question about it.
Well, yeah, it looks like number 63 there. Looks like Briar Wendingling. He's got to learn to let go whenever that defender gets past him.
Colts now from the 45. They need a dozen, maybe 4 down territory with where the ball is spotted. Sidecar left is Schmidt. No pressure, just a 4-man blitz here. Schmidt out of the backfield. He's got the catch, and he's going to be a couple of yards shy but it's a lot easier decision to roll the dice here if you're Coach Brokaw.
Yeah, in this part of the field, it could go either way. You could try to punt it, try to get him down deep. At the high school level, it's hard to do that. It's almost a safer bet just going for it.
So Schmidt with his second reception here on the drive. It's good for about 8-yard pickup.
Looks like they're coming out in the I formation, something not very often seen anymore. Hopefully going to keep it and roll to the right pass.
Yeah, going deep. Had a man. It was Oswalt. Just could not connect. So the Colts will give it up here on 4th down. Perkins going to take over. We'll see their offense for the first time tonight. What do you think about the play design here, Peyton?
I think it was a good play call by coach there. Pass was just behind Oswalt. Couldn't adjust in time to get to the ball and make the play.
So now we'll see our player spotlight for the Pirates, Sam Schweinfurth in this offense. Pirates got out here early tonight, watching him throw dimes all over the field. Really seems to have command with that right arm. We'll see what he does here. 3 receivers from the gun. They'll hand it off on 1st down. And the Colts up front get to him in a hurry. Alex Schlosser, first contact. Not a lot there.
Yeah, one of the other keys to victory we didn't get a chance to talk to tonight about Clear Fork is just how tough they are. This team's always been known for their toughness, and it's definitely showing on that last play.
Braxton Martin, the ball carrier on 1st down. He's going to be the featured back. Taking over for Bunce. Lost to graduation. What a year he had. A lot of new faces in the lineup this year for the Pirates. Weinfurth steps up, almost got stripped, and he's just going to slide. Looked like a couple Clear Fork Colts had an opportunity to get a hit on him, but Schweinfurth slippery there in the pocket.
Yeah, sliding down there at the end of play, that was just a decision call by the quarterback. No reason to take any unnecessary hits. That's definitely something that comes with age. This kid being a senior, he's definitely learned over the years. I'm sure he's taken a couple shots the last few years.
2 Clear Fork players collide in the backfield on their way to the quarterback. Opened up that pocket out wide. And after the scramble of 5, it's 3rd down, 4 yards needed for a fresh set. Looking right all the way, sets, fires, got the no, he doesn't.
Great
in and out of the hands.
Great play by number 7, Nash Evans, a junior, coming up, getting his hand in there to knock that ball out.
Number 7, Nash Evans on cover 4.
Looks like that would have been a first down for Perkins, but they're going to go 3 and out in their first series. Clear Fork really stepping up here tonight.
This is Blake Parker, the intended target. Parker last season able to bring in 36 balls for over 600 yards. Be featured much more in the offense, but not if you can't make plays. As this punt is lifted off, fair catch called for. And the Colts will take over at about the 27-yard line now after the fair catch by Evans.
At the 26-yard line, that's where the Colts will start this drive.
Good first drive for Clear Fork for their offense. Came up a little short, couldn't convert on 4th down in Perkins territory. But that definitely gave them some momentum, gave them some excitement, and then doubling down with a 3 and out against Perkins. They're really going to be looking to capitalize on all that.
The Stampede out in force tonight. It's Hawaiian night. Beautiful theme for here in the late summer portion. School kicking off for most schools around the area as Hoflick sidearms it, and Porter Schmidt's got his 3rd snag of the game already.
Looks like a bit of an option pass. Quarterback could have kept it or flipped it out to Schmidt there. Obviously, he decided to pitch it out, but it was a good decision. Good 4-yard gain, and they're rolling.
Another look on our OhioHealth instant replay. Big shout out to OhioHealth, sponsoring a ton of our replays this fall. And whoa, huge collision in the backfield. Evan Straub read that all the way.
That was a big hit. That's going to be really exciting for the defense. They're going to try to feed off of that excitement right there.
They're behind the line by number 9, Evan Straub.
I mean, he just gets blown out of the barrel. Boom! Wraps up, big hit, goes down for a loss of a couple yards.
Definitely a big mismatch there on the line. You had Oswald in there trying to block him there, and he couldn't stay with him. And Straub really took advantage of that mismatch.
So we've got a timeout on the field taken here at the Valley. It's going to be taken by Clear Fork, facing a 3rd down 9, and just not wanting to give Perkins any early momentum. That was my key to victory for them here tonight. We'll let you break down yours here, Peyton, and just sticking to the game plan. That's what you feel like they got to do.
Yeah, this Perkins team, like I said, we watched them a couple weeks ago, and they just looked incredible. They're definitely well disciplined. Coach Santora over there in Perkins, he's definitely really dialed in with these guys. All the players know the playbooks. They know all the X's and O's. But so far, Clear Fork is sticking with them. I mean, really surprising me tonight. Perkins, I felt coming into this game was a favorite to win this game, and so far early in this game, Clear Fork's starting to prove me wrong.
Colts do have the more veteran of the two rosters out here tonight, with the 8 starters returning on each side of the football. Facing a pivotal 3rd down here, and going deep is Hoflick. He's got Oswald, makes a leaping catch, but didn't get a foot in.
That was a heck of a job on Oswald to go up and get the ball, really attack the ball at its highest point. That's what these receivers are taught here in high school. Attack the ball at the highest point. Get it to where the defender can't get it. And he just couldn't reel it in, couldn't get his feet in time. Incomplete pass, looking at 4th and 9 here.
No question about it. Shoulder pads hitting over on the sideline. Didn't get a foot in. Just need the 1 on the high school ranks. So the Colts relegated to punt for the first time tonight. They did have the fake on their previous drive. Fair catch and a lot of space called for here by Bryce Davey.
Fair caught there by number 3, Davies. Ball to 28
So that'll set up Perkins with pretty solid field position. Drive number 2 for them.
Yeah, it was a good punt there by Evans. Good height on it. Got it far downfield. I think Davey was just off balance. I think that might have been why he called for the fair catch.
Best just to take the possession. When you're in the special teams game, turnovers can be such a hindrance, especially after your defense plays so well there. So probably the right move by Davey, who's flanked out wide. Here's Connor Smith in motion. He'll come out on the chair pattern, throws deep, and that is Davey, the intended target.
Davey was wanting a pass interference call there at the end of the play. Looked like the defender might have gotten a hold of him, but the ref didn't deem it enough to pull the flag, and we're looking at 2nd and 10.
Davey last year, 21.3 yards per reception. That was the best in the Sandusky Bay League. So they're looking for him on those deep routes as Clear Fork clogs the middle. Nothing for Martin.
Another big stop there by the Clear Fork front 4. They're running with a 4-3 defense tonight. And those 2 interior guys are really just clogging everything up. Perkins is going to have to try to figure out what they can do with that.
Tackled on the play there. Devin Oswalt breaking into the backfield, getting some help from Trey Sellers.
Looks like a false start call on the offense. It's going to take Perkins back another 5 yards.
Tried to do the quick count, catch the Colts off balance, and instead it's going to cost them 5 yards. Stretch this out to a 3rd and 15.
Yeah, as a quarterback, if you're doing those quick counts like that, you got to make sure everybody's set, and that's on the rest of the offense as well. They got to get set, especially knowing what the snap count is.
Bunch formation. They'll jet out. Davey looking that way, directing traffic. Schweinfurth rifles one downfield. Nearly intercepted, in and out of the hands of Marcus Hoflick.
Looks like he might have tripped there. He definitely had his hands on it and just couldn't reel it in.
Going for the deep shot again. I think some confusion on the route tree right there. Davey was somewhat in the area. Hoflick definitely had the best shot at it.
Looks like Perkins coming out to punt again. I notice this punter likes to hold on to the ball till basically the last second. That's real dangerous to do, especially when Clear Fork's coming after the ball like this.
Wow.
Almost got it blocked.
Davis Hoflick was right in his grill. And you're right, Hickman hanging on to the very last moment, the senior kicker. Show this to you a second time. This is as close as it gets. Oof.
Yeah, that's really dangerous. Punter holding on to the ball like that. That's a good opportunity to not only get the punt blocked, but get yourself hurt. Somebody lose track of where they're at and hit you whenever you go to kick the ball. That's a good way to get a leg injury.
Works out in Clear Fork's favor. The pressure, they're in plus territory to start the drive from the 49. 3 wide receivers. Schmidt stays in, throws a block. It's a little underthrown, but Oswalt goes down to the turf, scoops up a grab for about 5.
Yeah, Oswalt had just a quick little out route there, just 5-yard out route, and went down, catch a low pass. Got the positive yardage.
Be officially a gain of 4 on the catch from Oswalt. Versatile threat on both sides of the football. Voted a captain this year in his senior campaign, and as mentioned, just looks a little bit thicker. Fast kid, track star, about 185 pounds. Hoflick throws wide open in the window for a first down. Caden Bostic with the snag.
You were talking there about Oswald's size, 6 foot, 185. This Caden Bostic, 6 foot, 160. He's got some decent size on himself too. These guys definitely look like true receivers, and Bostic showing it there.
Much different looking Marcus Hoflick than what we saw a season ago. Named the starter as a sophomore, and especially in this matchup against Perkins, where it was a running clock to start the second half. Been calling Evan Straub's name a lot so far defensively. Here's another keen play coming off the edge and just creating havoc.
Yeah, Straub's going to really hold down this defensive line all season long. Teams are going to have to really look at this film tonight, and they're going to have to key in on him a lot, make sure they got somebody on him every single play from here on out.
At least get a piece of him. Nobody blocks him whatsoever.
Get at least a hand on him just to slow him down a little bit. Got to give your running backs and quarterbacks some time back there.
About a $1:20 remaining here. Opening quarter. Colts with their third drive. And it's Hoflick. Stutter step in the hole. 3 Pirates converge to make the stop, but it's a nice run. He picks up right around 8 to make it a 3rd and manageable.
Yeah, it looks like he slipped through 2 or 3 tacklers there, right up the middle. It's a good run by Hoflick, good smart run. You can definitely tell that a year of experience last year definitely did him some good, and he's looking really comfortable back there in the backfield tonight.
Hoflick, 74 carries a season ago. Of course, quarterbacks, it's tough with that yardage. Produced just 122. Look for that number to go way up here in his junior campaign. As he sends Oswald in motion, he'll fake to him, and guess who? Evan Straub again. Nowhere to go but into his bear paws. 4th down.
Looks like another mismatch there. You got Straub there at the DN spot, and you got looks like number 4 Ben Campbell trying to seal him in. Maybe miscommunication on the block. But again, Straub taking advantage of the size difference between him and really the rest of the Clear Fork offensive line.
We've got no score so far here in the Valley. Second quarter action and a 4th down for the Colts. Coming up when we return.
Avita Home Health and Hospice is locally owned, locally managed. All of our staff, our board, everybody are members of the local community. Our medical director is a member of our local community and has practiced in Bucyrus for over the last 10 years. When you call in, you're getting a local person. The nurses that you talk to all live, work, and recreate in your community. I mean, I've been doing this for 16 years and I've taken care of 3 generations of some families. We're the hometown people.
Big 4th down play here to start quarter number 2 in the Valley. Colts offense staying out there. Hopefully throws. It's off the outstretched arms of Oswald, the intended target. Second time they've looked his way on a 4th down. And the Pirates, the defense, they hold serve yet again here, Peyton.
I can see Clear Fork starting to go to the run a little bit here in these even-numbered quarters, at least for right now, because that sun coming up over the goalpost there, that's got to be blinding in his eyes.
So it gets the ball back into the hands of Sam Schweinfurth. Such a vaunted quarterback heading into the new year, over 3,000 yards passing, but so far, no completions in this game. Just handed off here, Braxton Martin barrels his way to the left side. That's the most room he's seen so far.
Good strong run. Looked like just a simple counter play off the left guard or left tackle there. Good hard run. Got 3 to 4 yards. Looks like we're looking up 2nd and 6, so they're giving them 4 yards on that play.
Pirates will split out 3 receivers to the right. New running back in the backfield is Levi Jackson. And the junior, whoa, steamrolled, and what a hit
by
that's Oswald.
That was Oswald coming in, really laying the stick there to the running back here.
Second look on the OhioHealth replay, and just boom, decleater.
That right there was just textbook tackling. Shoulder in the hip, kept his feet driving, drove him into the ground, drove him through the tackle. Textbook, it's exactly what you want to see every play.
No gain, hit directly in the hole at the line of scrimmage. As Davey comes in motion, he'll flare out. They'll set up the screen back near side. Solid tackle is made. Oswald caught up on him, and it's going to be 4th down again. Nowhere to go for Martin.
It looked there for a second that Martin was going to be able to break one off here, and Oswald just coming out of nowhere from the backside to make the play, trip him up.
Gorgeous pursuit by the senior. Name getting called just about every other play at this point.
Yeah, that was just pure speed. He really let it show there. Put everything he had into that play and was able to set up this 4th and 2.
Colts bring some heat. Grant Hickman gets it off. It's another short punt. Fair catch called for and made by Nash at the 30-yard line.
Good decision there by Nash. Had 2 Perkins guys right in his face. There was really nothing he could have done on that. Best decision he could have made was fair catch.
Do want to say hello to everybody out there watching live and free football tonight on the OH Report. We are all over the place. Hope you're enjoying your nights, including Diana Hollinger and Calvante Harper. chiming in our chat over on the Facebook. When we get some downtime here, certainly say hello to as many of you as we can. Upended, coming near side. This is Davis Hoflick.
Davis Hoflick getting around the end at the 33-yard line.
Looks like just a sweep play out to the right here. Didn't really have any place to go.
Schmidt laid a pretty decent block, opened it up. Bryce Davey firing in like a missile, able to submarine him. Gain of 3. Now they'll go to the air. Hoflick sets his feet, fires near side. Nash Evans making his impact. He's got a first down.
Yeah, Evans had a little bit of room there. If Hoflick was able to get that pass up, hit him on the numbers instead of Hoflick having to kind of drop his hips there to reel the ball in. If he was able to get a good pass on him, he had at least 2 or 3 more yards he could have gained.
Goes out to the 42 and a fresh set as the Colts break the huddle. A little confusion. Quentin Reinhardt splitting out wide to the left side. Oswalt, the tight end here on the right. They'll throw it out in some space. Little shake and bake for Davis Hoflick, and he stretches it out for an 8-yard gain.
Good broken tackle there. He just made a move, got past these Perkins defenders, and really made something out of nothing.
So the Hoflick brothers connect, and I think you'll hear that a bunch this season. Davis is an extraordinary talent just in terms of overall ability, as high as he can leap, state qualifier in the high jump. Certainly got some afterburners as well. So the playbook opens up for the Colts here on a 2nd and short. And Hoflick looking deep all the way, one-on-one coverage. Oswald able to get both hands on it, but tightly covered by Caden Lagondo.
Yeah, Lagondo just had good pressure there on Oswald downfield, and there's really nowhere for Oswald to go. Hoflick put the ball in the best position that he could have, where only Oswald could have had a chance on it. Just couldn't reel it in.
Got some equipment problems going on over on the Perkins sideline. I think just wanting to get rid of a pair of gloves out there.
Yeah, that's the 3rd or 4th thing that I've seen Perkins players alone throw off the field.
Nice hesitation in the hole. It's a first down run, a Charter Next Generation first down run at that. The secondary back, Braden Hayes, making an impact tonight.
Yeah, I think that's his 3rd hard carry tonight. Those first 2 tonight were just real tough. Didn't really have anything going for him on those first 2 runs. I was really able to drive through for a couple yards. Found some clearage on that play and really made Perkins hurt for it.
From the 44, he stays in there. Wiggles to the outside. Be brought down around the hips in enemy territory at the 39.
It was a good decision there for him to bounce outside. If 17 Brokaw was able to keep his block there, I think we had a pretty decent gain we were looking at. But that Perkins defender getting off the block, making the play, and really stopping the bleeding so far.
A lot of Pirates got their hands on their hips right now, specifically up front. A lot of dudes going 2 ways here tonight on both sides of the equation for the Colts and Pirates. As they come out, I formation, running left all the way. 3rd straight carry for this young man. And the sophomore trying to push the pile. Stopped about a yard shy, so it'll be 3rd and 1 on the way.
35-yard line.
Yeah, this Hayes, I think Coach Brokaw is starting to notice, if he hasn't already in the offseason, Hayes is going to be a strong runner for the next 2 years. Looks like he's only a sophomore this year. He's only going to get better. He's running hard. He's strong. He's smart. Coach is really going to be looking forward to using him this year and the next 2 coming years.
He's got the nod again in the backfield. Fullback in front of him. Leading the way, it's a solid block, so Alex Schlosser opens up just enough of a window, and it'll be a Charter Next Gen first down.
It was really just textbook blocking there. Really opened up the hole. Somebody just squeaked through and was able to make the play.
And if you're Clear Fork, this is exactly what you want. You're lining up. You're dictating the line of scrimmage. You mentioned the size that you saw that they were able to display during the offseason, and right now they are winning at the point of attack.
Yeah, like I said at the beginning of the game, this is going to be their key to success. Perkins' size is just, it's unreal. They're a slightly bigger school, but Clear Fork is really dominating the line of scrimmage so far tonight, and it's showing.
Would have been a tough catch, and it falls to the turf. Oswald, again, the intended target. Pretty nice throw here from Hoflick to sneak it in. So we'll take one more look. Play action. Tight coverage. And it's incomplete. Davey there. Might have been able to get a fingertip on it.
Yeah, it looks like Hoflick had a little bit of room. Really, he could have took off and carried the ball. Maybe he got a 3 or 4 yard gain out of it, but an incomplete pass is better than an interception or a fumble.
2nd and 10. Just a one-step drop.
Stoppage of play here. Not sure what the issue is.
Looks like it's an equipment thing. They were pointing at Caden Bostic and asked him to come over to the sideline.
It looks like they have Reinhardt coming in to replace him. Not sure what the issue was, but Clear Fork's going to get that figured out, and they're going to get him back on the field as quick as they can.
So they'll roll the clock. Under 5 minutes to go here in quarter number 2. No score yet on our Wellspring Custom Pharmacy scoreboard. Colts looking to change that, knocking on the door of the red zone. Hoflick back to pass. Sets and throws. Reaching for extra yards here is his bro Davis. Second connection on this drive.
Yeah, Davis wanted to reach the ball forward for an extra yard there at the end. Saw that extra Perkins defender coming in and quickly made the decision to tuck the ball back in so he didn't lose it.
Colts cheerleaders having a good time. Hawaiian theme. Packed house here in the Valley per always, especially this time of year when it's still nice out. See if their team can pick up a 3rd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. And he's been the workhorse here on the drive. Hayes not able to carry the defenders like he needed to. Got about halfway to picking up the first down. Clearly, Coach Brokaw saying this is 4-down territory.
Yeah, it looks like Straub was a little slow to get up at the end of that play. He was in there to make the play on Hayes. Not sure what the issue was. Maybe just fell weird, but a little slow getting up. We're going to keep an eye on him.
Yeah, Evan is such a game-changing player out there.
Timeout, Perkins.
So we're going to get a timeout on the field. It'll be the first charge timeout to the Perkins Pirates. Pivotal play. 4th down and 4, about 3 minutes, 40 seconds to go here before we reach the halftime break. And I want to say what's up to my boy Grant Spencer. Says he loves the OH Report. Ooh, great commentary, he says as well, Peyton, who is making his OH Report debut tonight. So definitely a big shout out to Peyton.
Really appreciate that there, Grant. Appreciate you guys listening. I also have a lot of family and friends out there that are listening in tonight. Want to shout out all those guys. Got a really good friend of mine, Ryan, working over in Wooster PD tonight, taking care of those guys over there, listening in. Really appreciate those guys.
I want to say hey to Sam Ramey cheering on the Colts tonight. Andy Haynes on the other side of the equation. Pirate fan has found us here on the OH Report. 72 of you together watching live and free. And speaking of Worcester, we've got them in their rivalry against Orville streaming right now. And it's the Red Riders with a 6-0 cushion. That with 3:44 to go before the half.
Worcester, I feel like, is one of those teams that they've always had a lot of positive things going for them. They could just never really put everything together.
See if the Colts can here on this 4th down. Plenty of time. Hoflick spinning his way out of trouble. What a move by the junior, and Marcus able to pick up the first down with the extra effort.
That was just amazing blocking here by this right tackle here, taking on Straub. And Straub is actually down on the field. Looks like he might be clutching that left shoulder a little bit, maybe possibly a dislocated shoulder, strained muscle. But we're going to be keeping tabs on him, make sure he's okay, see if he can come back into the game.
See, he's down right at the start of this replay. You mentioned Evan Hamilton, returning first-team All-MOAC performer. Big boy, too, 305-pounder now in his senior campaign, diving on top of him.
Yeah, that's a lot of weight landing on top of you. I don't care how big and strong you are. You got 305 pounds diving on top of you like that. Something eventually is going to get hurt, and that was evident on that last play.
So as they tend to Straub, we will take a quick injury timeout, and we will be back at the Colt Corral. Fresh set coming up in the Colts in the red zone for the first time when we return.
Carry supplements that are from companies that do a lot of testing. So they will test their raw ingredients. They'll test them afterwards as well. And they're testing for both purity, and then they're also testing for potency. So things like arthritis, inflammatory bowel disease. We have a lot of supplements and also prescriptions we can recommend, and lifestyle type things that can help with that as well.
Tonight's high school football action brought to you folks live and free thanks to our good friends over at Charter Next Generation, where they are hiring for high-paying jobs in a cutting-edge environment. Mechanics Bank, Richland County's only independent community bank. OhioHealth. As the area's leading healthcare provider, OhioHealth is investing in a stronger, healthier community. Learn more at ohiohealth.com/Mansfield. Wellspring Custom Pharmacy, where they help you choose effective vitamins and supplements. They can even prepare custom meds as prescribed by your healthcare provider or veterinarian to manage hormone balance, mouth soreness, pain, autoimmune conditions, and many more. And Global Energy Partners, helping communities with exceptional work while utilizing local businesses. Injured players off the field. We'll be back at the Valley here in about 10 seconds. So the ball at the 19-yard line, first down. Colts threatening, and this has been the man to get him down here, Braden Hayes. Wasn't able to really find a crease there. Stopped after a short gain on the play by JoJo Moore.
Another good hard run by Hayes. Just got caught up from behind. Looks like number 2 there, Braxton Martin, slowing him down there for his help to come up from the backside and make the play.
It's officially a gain of 1. Officials throwing down the pace of play here at the moment. Wanting to have a conversation with each coaching staff. And don't know exactly what happened. Maybe we've got some blood on an umpire. Typically, we'll stop the game for that being the case on a player. Looked like an official might have got hit in the mouth here. Let's run the replay, see if we can find it. Oh, yeah.
Right there at the end of the play.
And when you're out there on the field as close as these guys are to these big, fast-moving high school athletes, it happens every now and again. It's rare, but referees, they're tough guys too.
Yeah, something a lot of people don't realize is the referee is actually considered to be a part of the field. So these guys definitely are putting their bodies on the line week in and week out on Friday nights, Saturdays at the college level, Sundays at the pro level. These guys, they have a lot harder job than a lot of people think.
So it's just absolute blast-off season right there as Caden Lagondo just chucked into the head umpire's grill. And it looks like he's got maybe a cut underneath his right eye. So they bring the corner man out. And how about it? It's got a 3-way strip Band-Aid going. Make sure that you can still see. So shout out to the athletic trainers here at the Corral, getting us back to action.
Really a quick response there by these guys. Looks like we're going to be underway here in just a second. The referee looks to be just okay.
Really big finish of this drive coming up here for Clear Fork. Been able to move the ball in a variety of ways. We saw 4 consecutive carries for Braden Hayes at one point. The Hoflick brothers have connected a couple of times, and it just feels like they've got a good rhythm going right now. So we'll see how they're impacted by this little break and what they draw up now that this is kind of a quasi-mini timeout.
Yeah, I agree. This Braden Hayes tonight, like I said earlier, is only a sophomore. He's really impressing me tonight, really showing that he belongs on the field on these Friday night games. He belongs with the varsity guys and really proving himself.
He dots the I behind Schlosser. He'll run behind him, got a big hole to the outside,
Good.
Keeps his feet. First down and goal coming up for the Colts.
Good hard run. His offensive line really opened up the hole for him there. Saw his opening, took his shot, and got the ball down inside the 10. Looks like they spotted him at the 8-yard line, maybe the 9. Looks like they're giving him the 8, and Hayes just continuing to impress me tonight.
Porter Schmidt got the start, but it's Hayes getting all the carries right now. As the Colts just 6 yards away from Taston Pay Dirt. A little bit of contact there after the whistle. Briar Wendling hit the deck, and we've got a hanky on the field.
Flag thrown. Looks like maybe a little unnecessary roughness at the end of the play. Looks like they're sending number 70, Eli Sanchez, a senior this year. 6'4", 285 pounds. Big kid. Just not making a smart decision right there for a senior. You can't be making those decisions.
Personal foul on Perkins.
Half the distance to the goal. It will be a personal foul added on here to the end of the play.
Looked like that last play was the exact same as the play before that got him inside the 10. And even with them running the same play back-to-back, they still got 4 yards out of it. Clear Fork really threatening right here.
Same formation, Hayes to the right side, and he is in there. Touchdown, Clear Fork Colts.
Again, it looked like the exact same play as before. Went backside with it on the right side. Handed off to Hayes. He's been the workhorse this entire drive, especially after that quick break with the referee injury, and just really capping off in a very impressive all-running drive. So it wasn't really any passing plays.
So with 2 minutes, 33 seconds to go here in quarter number 2, Clear Fork getting on the board. 6-0. They lead the Pirates.
And the kick is good by Nash Evans, splitting the uprights. Good hard kick. Colts up 7-0. They're going to be looking to continue this momentum in the rest of this first half and following halftime.
What a stark difference from what we saw a season ago where Clear Fork went up to Perkins. They trailed 42-0 at the half, went on to lose that game 55-zip. Here they are at home. New look momentum for this team. A lot of veterans back, and they're showing it so far here at home.
That just goes to show the difference teams will have between 1 year to the next. Perkins only bringing back 4 starters from last year, really hurting them tonight. They don't have a lot of seniority on the team. We don't have a lot of experience on the varsity level coming in tonight, and it's really showing.
And especially now, potentially without the services of Evan Straub, whose name was getting called over and over again, the 210-pound senior. And you see the Stampede enjoying what they're seeing right in front of their eyes. The Colts able to get on the board here first.
That student section down there, they're really having a lot of fun with this Hawaiian theme night. And then scoring the first touchdown of the season right in front of the student section, especially as a sophomore, that's got to be something special you can celebrate with your classmates. Looks like we got Nash Evans set to kick off. Going to try to pin Perkins deep here.
Takes a hop towards the sideline. This is going to be collected by Davey. Here's Bryce on the hop. He's got a crease. Davey. Hard tackle by Evans to the outside.
Looks like we got a flag down there late at the end of the play, right around the 15-yard line. Let's see what the ref calls here. Blocking the back on Perkins. That's going to hurt him a lot. Perkins' coach is not going to be happy about that.
Little block in the back on Perkins.
That will set them back here for this 2-minute drill. The Pirates, who had such an explosive offense in 2024, mentioned some of the names that have departed and are not available this season. Isaac Bunce lost after a phenomenal 2,400-yard rushing season to go along with another 300 through the air. And then Collier, the Michigan State commit, not available and still trying to find themselves right now here in this first half of the season.
Looks like Perkins coming out, shotgun with a sidecar to the right. Got a single man to the top of the screen with a trips bunch on the bottom.
Heavy pressure coming, nowhere to go with the ball. Ben Campbell breathing down Schweinfurth's neck, and he got a pretty good pop on him too.
Schweinfurth definitely felt that pressure there almost immediately with Campbell coming in, and didn't really give him any time to read through his pass progression. Almost immediately chased down.
Blew right by Bob Hutchinson. Got the pressure, and that'll bring up 2nd down, 10 now for the Pirates. Underneath the shadow of their own goalpost as the sun continues to set here in the valley. About 8 p.m. Pretty fast-moving first half so far. 2 minutes, 20 seconds showing on the clock. Schweinfurth going for it. Got a nice connection. The pitch and catch. Beautiful grab by Blake Parker.
Parker going up after that pass. Hauled it in. Was able to get a couple yards after the catch. That was just good eyesight by the quarterback. Good pass decision and a great play call.
Yeah, about a 23-yard connection. Gets him out across the 30. Play action. Schweinfurth sets, throws deep. Looking for Parker again. And this time, a little bit too much. Show you that last connection one more time. Just hit the back foot on the money. Reading that zone beautifully. And that's what the Pirates are going to have to get a bit more consistency with here for the remainder of the game.
I notice a lot of these passes coming out of Schweinfurth, they all seem to be high or overthrown. His couple deep balls he's thrown so far, he's overthrown his receivers by 3 or 4 yards. That last play with Parker really had to go up and get it to make the play on it.
Case in point right there. Too tall for Bryce Davey, only listed at about 5'8". Threw it way over his head. 3rd and 10 coming up.
Yeah, Schweinfurth here coming into this game and in the rest of the season, he's really got to work on getting the passes down, hitting the receivers in the numbers. As he keeps throwing balls over their heads like this, he's going to throw a lot of interceptions. It's going to be real tough for them going in the passing game for the rest of the season.
From the 32-yard line, $1.50 showing on the clock. Sam motions out Parker. Pressure coming right side. and throws way off target. So 3 straight incompletions and a 4th down on the way for Perkins.
Looks like they're 56 Christian James Smith for Perkins at right tackle. Getting a little chippy there with Campbell at the end of the play. Maybe a little emotion starting to come out here at the end of the first half.
Seeing Greg Hickman more often than Perkins fans would have liked so far in this first half.
Timeout, Perkins.
And the Pirates going to burn their second timeout. Give me a chance to jump back into the comment section. See what's going on with you guys right now over on the Facebooks. Don't see a lot going down in the live chat, so do hit me up, me and Peyton. Let us know where you're watching from here tonight, who you're cheering for. Plenty of other games to tune into on the OH Report as well. Our first game over at Orrville is going down. Worcester looking to tie that thing up, if not take the lead. They trail 6-0. Other games at the break. Looking down at East Knox. It looks like the Bulldogs lead that one 12-10 over Northridge right now. As the punt is off, and maybe off the side of the foot, takes a fortuitous Colt bounce. See where they elect to mark it. Clear Fork with a great chance to try to add on to their lead, just 52 yards away from adding a second touchdown. Well, actually backtracked it, make it 56 yards away. But a lot of comfortability right now to this Clear Fork offense.
Looks like a little bit of confusion on the offensive line where the ball is spotted at, but we got everything set up. Back in the I formation again with Hayes in the backfield. Correction, that's Schmidt in the backfield.
Number 21, Porter Schmidt, the ball.
And he's laid down basically at the line of scrimmage. That man Braxton Martin shooting up, nice read. And he shut him down before they even opened up shop.
Right there, that was just a perfect hole fill-in by Martin there. Read the play, reacted to it, and was able to get his head in there and make the stop.
Again, they'll come out, I formation, one receiver up top. Pound it with Porter Schmidt. Squeaks through for a pickup of 3 this time. As the clock starting to fade away, down under a minute to go.
Looks like Martin was in there to make the play again. Another play. He read it, filled the hole like he's supposed to at that linebacker spot, and really nowhere for Schmidt to go. Only a gain of 2 on that play. Looking at 3rd and 7 here for the Colts.
Martin picking up where he left off a season ago, 158 tackles, just good for 2nd on the team with Dylan Crabtree, one of the top tacklers in the state. Lost to graduation, though. And now here's Schmidt getting tackled, and a timeout called by Perkins with a 4th down on the way.
Yeah, this timeout here by Perkins. This is just the coach trying to get the offensive plays set. So whenever they catch the ball and receive the punt, they're ready to roll with looks like under a minute left in this quarter. They're going to try to get some points on the board before they get into halftime.
Certainly able to do it a season ago, and you see a lot of Perkins Pirate Nation here in the house on the road in the beautiful Clear Fork Valley, Bellville, Ohio. Site for a really fun Week 1 competition between these two teams. Pirates with an exceptional 2024, 14 victories, getting all the way to the state finals. Just a 1-point loss to Indian Valley. Nearly captured their 2nd state crown. First one back in 1999. But Grady Kinsey kind of got in the way. I think he scored 5 touchdowns in that game. Schweinfurth, pretty awesome in that game as well. Set a Division IV state record, 5 touchdown passes, 370 yards in the title game, but hasn't been able to find his stride yet tonight, Peyton.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on with him. Maybe just a bad night. I don't know what it is. First game jitters. He's got to figure something out. The Colts pinning them deep down at their own 7-yard line, looks like. That was a great punt there by Nash Evans. Able to pin them deep. Perkins got a lot of green ahead of him.
And only 10 seconds to play with. We'll likely see a simple run play, perhaps a kneel down here for a Pirates offense that has really failed to deliver so far here through nearly 2 quarters of play. Looks like they are just going to kneel it down, take it into the half. So that will be the final play here of quarter number 2 as the Colts heading into the locker rooms feeling pretty good about themselves, on top 7-0 over the defending D4 state runners-up. Want to invite you to stick around for our halftime band performances by both Clear Fork and the Perkins Pirates. Plus, we'll have stats and analysis. Jackson Yoder, our star intern, here in the house, tracking all the numbers that you need to know. That's all coming up here after a commercial timeout. Your live and free coverage from the Valley will return in just a couple of minutes.
Looking for the best high school sports coverage in Ohio? You found it right here on the OH Report. From the field to the court, we've got it all. OH Report brings you local coverage like nobody else in the area, live and free. Follow OH Report now and never miss a moment of the action. Don't just watch, be a part of the game with OH Report, the future of local sports.
When it comes to comfort, every degree matters. At Buckeye Horizon, we proudly install and maintain Trane heating and cooling systems built to last, engineered for performance. And with our expert service, your home stays comfortable year-round. No matter the season, we'll keep your system running at its best. Call Buckeye Horizon at 419-529-2738, your local Trane comfort specialist.
Paint a picture for you that can only come from their pure imagination. Please give a warm welcome for the Perkins Pirates marching band.
Actually the original Charlie Gene. It's his. No, it's a joke. was like, they ran it so. Maybe it is only 6. Halftime too, or just giving you stats?
Yeah, you can jump on the mic. Just check it.
Is it okay if I just go like jump scare my friend like for like 2 seconds real quick? he's like right over the left. He's just gonna take
We hope you enjoyed Pure Imagination. Tonight's featured soloists were Lily Ryerson, color guard, Annalise Rogers, clarinet, and our saxophone duet, Jillian Vistas on alto sax and Bo Slay tenor sax. Let's hear it one more time for the Perkins Pirates marching band.
Okay, I'm back. Do you put in the stats or do you have to wait till after the game? Because I have them working here. That's clean. It's like their oh, I didn't calculate first names.
I forgot to say it. Give me what's the yards for the Pirates?
Yes. 26. I think that sounds right, because they only had 2 completions, I think, to be fair for the crowd. And that one big one at the end. Rushers. 6. I mean, I guess they only ran it a few, like, but then when they did, they got short, and then the ones that they threw were just incomplete. Total yards. Ooh, okay, so what's 6 plus 26? 33.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the field, the pride of the valley, the 2025 Clear Fork High School marching band. The band is divided on the field by wrestlers Sarah Manoa, King Pittsburgh, Austin Van Hartman, Titan Lewis, Chloe Stewart, Safety Connell, and Kevin New. Stand sponsored this evening by John Mortgage, Edwin Jones, Griffin Brewers, London Auctioneers, Carpenter Local 735, Park National Bank,
95.
for the first show of the season. The band has prepared some of our classic rock favorites, Shirley, the Who's iconic 1971 release,
Perkins won, but it was
All Around.
so I guess 0 yards. Or I guess you could say 0 yards.
All the way back to 1957, featuring our Valley Guard, here is a great balls of fire by rock legend Jerry Lee Lewis. with a Bill Chase hit from 1971, featuring Hudson Cherk on alto sax. Here is Get It On.
When they're done with the halftime marching performance, we'll do a quick commercial timeout. I'm going to bring in Jackson and talk a little bit about their stats. Then I'll hand off to you. We'll probably have like a minute or two left to break down our thoughts about the first half and set it up for the second. Let's go.
I like that solo.
Let's hear it for Hudson Cherk. Ladies and gentlemen, the pride of the rally, the 2025 Clearport High School Marching Band.
When it comes to comfort, every degree matters. At Buckeye Horizon, we proudly install and maintain Trane heating and cooling systems built to last, engineered for performance. And with our expert service, your home stays comfortable year-round. No matter the season, we'll keep your system running at its best. Call Buckeye Horizon at 419-529-2738, your local Trane comfort specialist.
We carry supplements that are from companies that do a lot of testing. So they will test their raw ingredients, they'll test them afterwards as well, and they're testing for both purity and then they're also testing for potency. So things like arthritis, inflammatory bowel disease, we have a lot of supplements and also prescriptions we can recommend and lifestyle type things that can help with that as well.
I like being able to give back to the community, and just our teamwork is really solid. It makes it an incredible place to work because a lot of people enjoy what they're doing and want to help out.
You get to learn every day. You get to meet very unique people. I get to interact with everyone from the clinical staff to the administrative staff. Everyone has something to offer. It's kind of like a million puzzle pieces coming together to make one large, beautiful piece.
It's halftime here at the Colt Corral in Clear Fork right now. Corralling the lead 7-0. They lead Sandusky Perkins. What a stark change from what we saw on week 1 just 1 year ago. I am Brian Skronsky. Jackson Yoder joining me on the mic here.
Let's do this.
These two teams last year coming into the matchup, it felt like Perkins had the upper hand. 20 seniors, big expectations. Clear Fork still finding themselves a little bit of a role reversal, I think, so far that we've seen through 2 quarters.
Yeah, for sure. This game has been a little bit more on Clear Fork's side of statistics, and, you know, that is all courtesy of Hayes and Schmidt. Hayes with 28 carrying yards on the night, and Schmidt with 13, and all those were from 9 carries of those from Hayes was on that touchdown. 9 carries on that touchdown drive there. And honestly, you couldn't ask for a better first half to take it to the Pirates here.
Yeah, I think bringing him in, it shook things up in the lineup, and he really earned and solidified his role. That's why they gave it to him at 1.4 consecutive times. Hayes getting into the end zone, accounting for the only points that we have so far here tonight. But also, on the flip side, you look at how well Clear Fork has played defensively, holding a Pirates team that was just an absolute offensive juggernaut last year to just 32 yards.
Yeah, and especially only one first down the entire first half compared to Clear Fork with 8. That really is a big difference maker. And, you know, their rush yards only was 6, so they did have, you know, very minimal gains. But a lot of those pass attempts, they were incomplete, just not working it out. So, you know, their starter is going to have to work it out, make some adjustments. I'm sure he'll come out in the second half a little bit better, hopefully, for the Pirates over here.
These first half numbers brought to you by Global Energy Partners, and that breakdown brought to you courtesy of our new intern, a sophomore over at Lexington, Mr. Jackson Yoder. Thank you so much for the time. Continue to track those digits for us. We'll hear from you at the end of the game, Jackson.
All right, thank you, Brian.
My pleasure. All right, we'll bring Peyton Colopy back into the conversation here as our GEP halftime continues. And I think a lot of folks are going to be surprised seeing this first half score. I kind of felt like Clear Fork with the 8 returning starters will come out, play with a lot of confidence, and they certainly did. What surprises me, though, is just how ineffective offensively the Pirates have been so far.
Yeah, I agree. Earlier today, we didn't get a chance to talk about Perkins' keys to victory for me tonight. The biggest one was sticking to the game plan, and honestly, the reason I picked that was because this was Perkins' game to lose, and so far, they are not playing up to expectations. Clear Fork way outplaying what I could have ever expected out of them tonight. Really showing that they belong on the field with these guys. Really showing kind of what they could be this year and what they bring to the table.
Yeah, they certainly shined in the first half on defense, allowing just 1 first down. And offensively, couple of nice long drives, failed on 2 fourth down conversions. They were successful on 2 other ones. The fake punt by Nash on the opening drive showed a little bit of flavor as well. So this is a team, I think they got a lot of momentum going here into the second half, but it's just a 1-score game, Peyton. So if you're the Pirates, as poorly as it went for you, boy, I mean, you're just right in this thing.
Oh, yeah, even only getting 32 yards in the first half, you never want to see that at any level. But these Pirates, they're really fighting, bringing everything that they got to Clear Fork, and they have every chance of winning this game, just like Clear Fork does. it's going to be a tight one right up to the wire.
Sam Schweinfurth only able to produce 1 first down at the helm. Showed you his numbers in the pregame. Flash those at you one more time. Our player spotlight tonight, considered one of the top senior prospects coming back in Division IV this year. And you look at second year in the starting lineup, over 3,000 yards. Game changer a season ago with the 40 touchdowns. Can he get it going here in the second half? We're about to find out together.
Yeah, when you look at last year's stats, that's just not what is translating here tonight. Schweinfurth really struggling to find his stride here with these receivers. Seems like he's struggling to find good chemistry with these guys. I'm going to be looking forward to him improving the rest of the year.
It's a nice start. Blake Parker with a Charter Next Gen first down. And a couple of words for the Clear Fork defensive backs.
Looks like number 0, Connor Smith for Perkins, kind of almost pushed off the field by his own teammates here. He's coming back on. Not sure what this flag is for. Looks like the ref's going to tell us here in just a second.
So personal foul against the Colts, and that activity happening after that whistle. So it's going to set the Pirates up in Clear Fork territory. And not a great start here for the Colts. One big completion right now for Schweinfurth to Parker, and they break already inside of your 40-yard line.
Yeah, there's some of that emotion that I was talking about earlier coming out in number 61, Nate Wine, the senior defensive end, just kind of showing what he's excited about this year, giving some emotion out on the field, and really trying to give everything he has and just let it go a little too long that play.
This is Martin on the carry here on a first down. And it looks like we've got another hanky out on the field. This one is going to go against Perkins and might slim down some of that momentum that they were starting to get riding high into Colts territory. But they'll back it up 10 yards.
Looks like a false start there on Perkins. I'm not sure who they called it on. Probably one of the wide receivers that was on the near side in that tight trips bunch that they had here.
So it's just going to go down as a 5-yard penalty. 1st and 15. Schweinfurth checking in over on the sideline, looking for some direction from Coach Jalen Santoro. Year number 5 for him at the helm already. Quick throw here near side. Bryce Davies swallowed up, wrapped up by Trey Sellers, and that'll go for a loss of 1.
That was just a great play there by Sellers, getting off the block almost immediately as soon as he was touched, picking up the tackle there on Davey for no gain there.
Insult to injury there. Bryce Davies still down on the turf. He's just popped off his lid. He's got his right knee being examined at the moment. Early on in this season, sometimes these are just cramping situations. Might be what we're seeing from Bryce.
Maybe just a little tweak of the knee there. He'll go out a play or two, just for the coaches to make sure that he's okay. And I expect to see him back on the field here pretty soon.
Davey walking it off, being met by Jalen Santoro. Mentioned that he's been around now for 5 years, brought in the year 2020 at just 25 years old. And this guy, a 2023 inductee into the Bellevue Sports Hall of Fame. How about 12 varsity letters during his 4 years there? 1,000-point scorer on the basketball floor. He was a track sprinter, long jump champion, and in football, he owns just about every school record imaginable before being a 3-time captain at Tiffin University. And kind of a controversial hire just because of his age at the time, and then also going from Bellevue to a rival over here at Perkins. So it's been an interesting start to the career so far for Santoro, but a very successful one.
You see that a lot now. Schools are starting to look at younger coaches. I mean, just look at Danville with looks like a bit of a bobbled catch there, but he reels it in down at the 11-yard line. Looks like we got number 18 down there for Perkins. JoJo Moore kind of hobbling off the field. Looks like he might be cramping up in the back of that leg there.
Blake Parker with his second grab on the drive. Each have gone for first down so far.
But like I was saying, you look at Danville hiring Matt Bloom there now 4 years ago, I believe, another young coach, and then before him, Cam Smith. All young guys. These guys are really starting to show themselves.
So is Perkins. Lagondo into the end zone, and the Pirates strike on their opening drive. The Pirate ship flowing into the end zone.
Perkins finally able to get something going on this drive. Looks like Coach Santoro really made the right adjustments for his offensive unit here. Just a quick pass over to Lagondo, and he just walked into the end zone.
Gorgeous play design, the play action. Hesitation from the Clear Fork linebackers. And it leads to the pitch and catch from 11 yards out. Pirates looking to tie things up here. The PAT, it's up. It is pure from the right foot here of Danny Buga, the soccer star. And we are all square. We'll be back here in the Valley. Colts looking to respond when we come back.
Avita Home Health and Hospice is locally owned, locally managed. All of our staff, our board, everybody are members of the local community. Our medical director is a member of our local community and has practiced in Bucyrus for over the last 10 years. When you call in, you're getting a local person. The nurses that you talk to all live, work, and recreate in your community. I mean, I've been doing this for 16 years and I've taken care of 3 generations of some families. We're the hometown people.
What a response by the Perkins Pirates. Driving down the field to knot things up here on the road in the Valley. It is 7 apiece now after the touchdown grab. Caden Lagondo scooting in. Not even a finger laid on the 6'3", 175-pound junior as he's in for the first Pirate score of 2025.
Yeah, they definitely needed that. They needed something to get some momentum going on that offensive side of the ball, and that is definitely going to get the guys on the sidelines excited. It's going to get the starting offensive 11 excited, and hopefully they'll be able to keep things rolling here in the second half.
Well, it depends who you ask. If you're a fan of the Clear Fork Colts, now you're rooting for a response here offensively. They were able to have multiple drives, 8 first downs in that first half. See what type of adjustments are made here by the Clear Fork coaching staff, and certainly on the other side as well for the Pirates on defense. And no Evan Straub. It appears he is going to be done for the night. A disruptor in that first quarter. Lost to an apparent, it looked like arm or shoulder injury. So a tough loss for Perkins as the Colts come out here from their own 20. And they'll get it in the hands of Porter Schmidt. And he dives forward, and that'll be a first down to start things off here for Clear Fork.
It was a good run call there by Coach Brokaw. Handed it off to Schmidt to start the quarter. Obviously, the run game worked really well for them in the first half. He's going to be looking to continue that success in the run game with Schmidt and Hayes. I'm sure we're going to see here pretty soon as well. Is just a simple counter play there. Looks like we got another Perkins player down on the turf, possibly just another cramp. I can't tell who that is, but we got the athletic trainers out there taking care of them.
Want to say what's up to TJ Blanton, baseball coach out there in Perkin Country, getting used to calling some of these Pirates games. That's right, he said he's going to send me a hat. Love it. I'm definitely a hat guy, so send it out to me and I'll wear it. Probably not down here in the Valley if things continue like they have started here so far in this game. Also want to say hey to Joy Dial, says Jackson Yoder, you're doing great, buddy. So a shout out for our intern. Megan Schweinfurth says, let's go, Sammy Dimes. We know you got it. And Matthew Meridino cheering on the Colts here tonight. That is over on our Facebook chat. Let's see what's crack-a-lacking on YouTube. Christian Spencer. always wanted to know about the Dino Nuggies. Are you a fan of the Dino Nugs?
I am a big fan of Dino Nuggies. Definitely a top-tier food for me when it comes to workplace lunchtime.
And then Randy Nolan says, let's go Colts. Mason wants to know who is all out for Perkins. Yeah, they've certainly had their fair share of injuries and players lost so far here tonight. This looks like it's Bryce Davey, who is up off the turf again, and I believe he's just dealing with cramping issues, just the way that he's moving about very gingerly, and it looks like he's tightening up, trying to keep that right leg super stiff. So Bryce, an absolute speedster, for Coach Blanton on the baseball diamond, helping them get to the last day of the season, a la the football team, and a little bit of heartbreak for each of those programs last year. But setting the standard, new building blocks out in Sandusky for these Perkins Pirates. We'll see how they go about with Davey having these cramp issues. Looks like Ronnie Cromer's going to check in, 5'7", 145-pound junior. And they'll run right his way here on first down. Schmidt again, and he's able to dive forward for an extra couple yards. Make it 7 total here on the scamper.
Another strong carry there for Schmidt. So far, the second half, looks like he's got 2, maybe 3 carries. Looks like they gave him 7 yards on that play. The first run, obviously, was a first down. Starting to really come into his own this second half. Coach is going to be using him a lot more.
Here he is again, just trying to follow in behind those big bodies up front. Evan Hamilton working that right side. Kind of bounces off of his own lineman. Only a gain of maybe 1 on the play. And another Pirate is down. That's Martin. So we've got an injury timeout coming up here, just 2 plays after losing Bryce Davey.
Looks like he got his leg rolled up there at the bottom of the pile. Hopefully it's not too serious of an injury. Maybe just another cramp. But if so, these Perkins guys, they're really starting to cramp up late in this game.
We'll step aside. Quick commercial timeout. When we come back, Colts have a 3rd and 1 on the way. Stay tuned.
When it comes to comfort, every degree matters. At Buckeye Horizon, we proudly install and maintain Trane heating and cooling systems built to last, engineered for performance. And with our expert service, your home stays comfortable year-round. No matter the season, we'll keep your system running at its best. Call Buckeye Horizon at 419-529-2738, your local Trane comfort specialist.
We carry supplements that are from companies that do a lot of testing. So they will test their raw ingredients. They'll test them afterwards as well. And they're testing for both purity, and then they're also testing for potency. So things like arthritis, inflammatory bowel disease. We have a lot of supplements and also prescriptions we can recommend, and lifestyle type things that can help with that as well.
I like being able to give back to the community, and just our teamwork is really solid. It makes it an incredible place to work because a lot of people enjoy what they're doing and want to help out.
You get to learn every day. You get to meet very unique people. I get to interact with everyone from the clinical staff to the administrative staff. Everyone has something to offer. It's kind of like a million puzzle pieces coming together to make one large, beautiful piece.
Braxton Martin helped over to the sideline. Looks like dealing with some cramping issues, a la Bryce Davey, also right now over on the sideline for the Pirates.
Looks like we got DJ Johnson, number 21, and to fill in for Martin that just went off. Another flag on the field.
And this is a tough one. It'll go against Clear Fork. Just the second penalty against the Colts here tonight. And they're able to get Clear Fork to flinch with just the little manipulation up there along the defensive front. It'll make it 3rd and 6 now. It really changes the complexion here of what you can roll out play call-wise.
That right there is just simple mistake, anticipation, excited for the play, and he jumped seeing the defensive move. And
speaking of moving, how about Porter Schmidt out of the backfield? He has been open more often than not. He's got a charter next generation first down, and the Colt Corral coming alive there with the latest snatch.
That's his 3rd big play already this quarter. We're only 3.5 minutes into the quarter, and he was just wide open coming out of the backfield. I don't know if that was blown coverage. Maybe they didn't account for him. I don't know what was going on there on the Perkins side of the ball, but Schmidt really making him pay for it.
All the way down to the Pirates' 43-yard line, the big gainer, and they'll keep riding. Schmidt, only 1 yard here, but he is the featured back here at the moment. Taking a back seat right now is Braden Hayes. We'll see if they kind of interchange the two throughout the course of the action.
It looks here that McGlash and that big senior for Perkins just kind of manhandled the right guard there for Clear Fork and swallowed Schmidt up. Didn't really have any place to go, and McGlashan really just showing his muscle there.
7 minutes, 40 seconds remaining here in the 3rd quarter. Got an end around. Devin Oswald, a little bit of a crease now. Schmidt opening up. Couple extra yards. Still be 3rd down coming up. Decent run here, though, for Oswald to the outside.
I noticed there, 63 Briar Wendling. You watch him, he's coming downfield. You love seeing those big guys, those offensive linemen running downfield, getting their hands on guys. He's really playing well tonight and getting downfield like that in the 3rd quarter. He's looking pretty good.
Got bad news again for you Pirates fans out there, as we have got yet another player down with cramps, and it's JoJo Moore this time. Sophomore trying to stretch out, looks like the right leg. And ironically, I think that's been the case for all 3 Perkins players here in this 3rd quarter that have gone down with the cramps. Davey first, Martin followed, and we could have a 3rd heading over to the sideline here for additional minutes. Though it looks like Davey, he's looking to insert himself back into the lineup.
I believe JoJo went down after the 1st or 2nd play of this quarter. Looks like he just hadn't quite got that cramp stretched out. Again, like you said, Davey bringing himself back in. Looks like he's got another teammate continuing to stretch him out, make sure he's good to go to try to get some more life back in this defensive front for Perkins.
We are always live and free on the OH Report, but we couldn't do it without help from our friends. How about Wellspring Custom Pharmacy? Big shout out to my friend Stephanie Lane, Dr. Stephanie, who helps you choose effective vitamins and supplements and even prepares custom meds for you as provided by your healthcare provider or veterinarian. So it's animals and humans. Dr. Stephanie, she makes sure everybody is healthy. Charter Next Gen as well. They are hiring folks. If you are looking for a career change, they've got great paying jobs in a cutting edge environment. Avita Home Health and Hospice, providing high quality community health care and improving the quality of health in families throughout their lifespans. Buckeye Horizon, tonight's broadcast presented by them, their heating and cooling and plumbing services. They are also your local Trane comfort specialist. Just went out on a commercial shoot with them a couple of days ago. These guys are the real deal, and those trains, it's hard to slow them down. Pirates has been a different story here defensively on this drive. 3 of them have gone out due to cramping, and a bit of a cooler evening, at least compared to what we're used to on an opening night. Temperatures in the mid-70s so far here, Peyton. So for these Pirates, this is kind of a tough way to come out here, losing 3 of your starters, but it looks like Davey's at least back in the mix.
Yeah, Coach is really going to be pushing the water this half, maybe the Gatorade if he's got a couple jugs on the sidelines. And honestly, what a lot of schools will do, what we did when I was in school playing for Ed Honebarger down there in Danville, we had mustard and pickle juice on the sidelines.
Heard that.
Those are some kind of weird things to have on the sidelines. People might think is weird, but it really helps with cramps.
I've seen the pickle juice floating around on athletic sidelines for a lot of years. I know the Galleon Tigers on Friday mornings, they all get together, and you've got to drink your cup of pickle juice before you can go to class.
Yeah, I was never big on the pickle juice, but mustard, I'll take a Dixie cup of mustard anytime.
This is Schmidt. Tried to hit a stutter step, but Levi Jackson was able to get to him first, drug him down, maybe even lost a half a yard to bring up a big fourth for the Colts.
Looked there for a second like he had a hole to work with, but Perkins' defense really coming in out of nowhere and filling it up. Looks like a missed block maybe on number 4, Levi Jackson. Just kind of blew past the tight end there and really gave Schmidt nowhere to go.
So Alex Schlosser heading over to the sideline. It is a loss of a half a yard, and the Colts offense going to stay out there. They've been in this position a bunch of times. As the Pirates crowding up front, they're bringing some heat. Outside, Hoflick steps up and a one-handed catch.
What a play by number 24, Caden Bosta, calling that in with one hand over the middle. Looks like he had 2 or 3 Perkins defenders on him. Way to convert the 4th down. You got a new set of downs for these Clear Fork Colts. And we have Davey back on the turf again with more cramps.
But look at this catch in traffic. Connor Smith draped on his back, and the youngster, Caden Bostic, reaching out with one hand to save the day. 4th down conversion. And for these referees, I don't know that there's a mandate to tell a player at a certain point, you've got 3 injury timeouts already called for you. Not sure what we do here with Bryce Davey. Appreciate that the senior wants to get back out onto the field and play. Braxton Martin's been able to return as well, I noticed. But this is just a persistent problem, and once you start cramping, it's only happened to me one time, but it's really hard to solve.
I agree. I only ever experienced it one time during my playing career, and it is. Even if you get the cramps to go away, it's very easy for them to come back, as you're seeing here with Davey. And as far as you're saying with the referee's mandate about having kids stay on the sidelines, with cramps, it's more of a coach's call. And I think Coach Santoro, even though he's still young, I think he's smart enough. He's going to make the decision for these guys. He's going to keep Davey and some of these other guys that have gone out with cramps already on the sidelines for just a little longer to make sure that they're good to finish off this game tonight.
Revisit this play one more time. Hoflick stepping up in the pocket, and the catch of the year so far here in the Valley. One hand, heavy traffic, and you see the hands go up on the helmet for Connor Smith. He couldn't believe it. The junior had perfect coverage on the play. Sometimes the best recipe for great defense is just outstanding offense. Nothing you can teach right there. That's just individual effort, energy, and execution by the Clear Fork Colts.
Yeah, you saw 3 Perkins defenders completely surrounding him there, and he just made an amazing play. I mean, there's really not anything there that you can teach. That was just all skill. Being able to reach his hand out, bring that ball in one-handed, and hold on to it all the way through the play.
Schmidt, the deep back, Schlosser in front of him. They'll play action. Steps up. He wants it all. Going to the end zone. He's got Nash there. Lays out, but it's out and ahead of the extended arms. 2nd down coming up.
Just a little overthrown there for Evans. Couldn't quite get under the ball to bring it in for a touchdown. But McGlashan there, number 66, the defensive lineman for Perkins, again just showing his muscle. He had 3 people blocking him in that play and was still in Hoflick's face.
Marcus threw for just over 1,000 yards in his sophomore season, 7 touchdowns. He's looked really sharp running the controls of the offense so far here tonight. The running attack has been at the front so far. as Oswald down on the bottom of the pile, helping lead the hole for Schmidt, who's able to pick up 3 here on second down.
Yeah, I see Hoflick going for right around 1,000 yards again this year. Based off of tonight, I think Coach Brokaw here in the Clear Fork Colts, they're going to start running the ball a lot more this season. The passing game's there for them if it's open. There's not a lot of pushing the pass plays that I can see Coach Brokaw doing this year.
Hoflick sees a lot of greenery to the left side. He's got the first down and more. Marcus spinning inside the 15, and the Colts back in business with a Charter Next Generation first down.
We got another Perkins player down at the end of the play. That's 66 McGlashan. Came flying through that offensive line, and it looks like he may have got tripped up. We got Hoflick here at the end of this play, kind of spinning through a couple tackles. That was just a great decision there by Hoflick to tuck it and run.
As you mentioned, though, another Pirate down on the field. 4th time that we've seen so far in this drive. 4th different player, rather, in the 5th injury timeout. Opening nights are always tough for this, especially when it comes to the cramping and all over the field right now for the Pirates. Dude's trying to get stretched out. There's Martin getting some liquids in him on his backside, and you mentioned the big fella for the first time down in a heap.
Yeah, Martin, I noticed a couple plays ago, kind of get up a little slower than usual. Looked like he was starting to cramp up. Looks like his calves or hamstrings maybe might be finally cramping up on him this play. And then McGlashan with the limp off the field. It looked like a possible tweak of the knee. That's never something you want to see, especially as a big impact defensive lineman like he is. Seeing a possible knee injury, that's going to be scary for this Perkins coaching staff.
He is able to help himself over to the sideline with a bit of assistance from the athletic trainers. And the Colts, even though there's been many interruptions to this drive, they've continued to keep their heads down, move forward, picked up that big 4th down on the one-handed catch, and now they're on the doorstep. Busted play, Hoflick to the outside, trying to showcase his wheels, and turns a little bit of nothing into something. 2-yard pickup, and definitely not how they drew it up.
Looks like just a miscommunication between Hoflick and his 2 running backs there. Maybe he turned the wrong way, or running back took off the wrong direction. But like you said, Hoflick making something out of nothing. He got 3 yards on the carry. Like I said earlier tonight, that's all coaches are looking for, 3 yards, and you're rolling throughout the night.
Heavy set this time. Tight ends on the bookends. Schlosser leading the way. They'll hand it off. This is Schmidt. He's been the featured back this entire drive. And Porter takes it inside the 10.
Down to the 9-yard line.
Schmidt kind of sat down there by Bob Hutchinson, number 50 for Perkins. And the late flag came in from this side judge here. Let's see what the call is.
Looks like it's going to go against Evan Hamilton. You saw Big 77 with his hands on his hips looking for some type of an explanation. And the Pirates are going to accept this penalty. Try to back Clear Fork up. Would be 3rd down on the way. So now it'll be 2nd and long. As you look to the outside here.
Looks like they may have just tripped each other up there. But the ref thought there was something a little more with that. Pulled the flag, and now they're back. Looks like a 10-yard penalty, 15-yard penalty.
Yeah, you're not going to see a lot here on the OhioHealth replay, folks. Maybe a bit of a blown call by the referees as it makes it a 2nd and 21 here for the Colts. Ball right on their own 25. Throwing, corner of the end zone. Oswald had a step. And second time here that we've seen a slight overthrow from Hoflick. And that'll bring up a critical 3rd down, coverage on the play by Parker.
It was a good route by Oswald there, just getting overthrown, couldn't quite keep up with the ball there from Hoflick. That's definitely going to be something Hoflick's going to be working on throughout the season is ball placement. It's better to throw an incomplete pass than an interception, like I said earlier. but those are the type of plays you need.
3:45 showing on the clock. 3rd down. Hoflick steps up, throws wide open, uncovered for a Clear Fork touchdown is Ben Campbell.
Campbell really came out of nowhere on that play. I didn't even know where he was on the field. I don't even think Perkins knew where he was. Like you said, wide open, nobody anywhere near him. Only person that knew where he was at was Hoflick. It's the only person that mattered. Was able to get him the ball in the end zone for another Clear Fork touchdown.
25-yard connection. You see the zigzag in the backfield. All the eyes go to the quarterback, and sneaking his way off from that H-back position, Ben Campbell right in front of the student section as they light up the sky here in the valley. Fireworks springing off. And it's now a 7-point game. 14-7 the count. Clear Fork taking the lead. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back here in Bellville. See if the Pirates can keep their offense going.
Avita Home Health and Hospice is locally owned, locally managed. All of our staff, our board, everybody are members of the local community. Our medical director is a member of our local community and has practiced in Bucyrus for over the last 10 years. When you call in, you're getting a local person. The nurses that you talk to all live, work, and recreate in your community. I mean, I've been doing this for 16 years and I've taken care of 3 generations of some families. We're the hometown people.
About a 5-minute touchdown drive capped off by a 25-yard connection. Marcus Hoflick with the first touchdown pass of his junior season finds the senior, the captain, Ben Campbell, sneaking his way off the end of the line. And it's now 14-7. Clear Fork regains the lead. I am Brian Skronsky. Peyton Colopy joining me tonight. It's been a very interesting third quarter. Pirates come out what felt like an eternity ago. They drive down the field and score. Colts able to match it as there's a nice window. Jackson through the crease. Levi gets leveled there by Schmidt, but a nice return and first down from the 36 coming up for Schweinfurth and company.
Yeah, Clear Fork definitely needed that drive to answer what really was an impressive drive by the Perkins offense. Perkins coming out firing on all cylinders, driving down the field very fast and tying the ball game up. Clear Fork eating up a lot of time on the clock and was able to answer.
Got a bunch formation to the near side, and Clear Fork saw it, didn't like the look, or at least wasn't prepared for it. And with the quads, the Pirates force the hand of the Clear Fork coaching staff. That'll be their first charge timeout here of half number 2.
It looks like might have just been some miscommunication between the DBs there and the coaching staff. And definitely not a formation they were prepared for at this point in the game.
Randy Nolan out there in the comments section on the YouTube says, one-hander, feed this boy. I'm sure he's going to get a pizza pie. Should get some ice cream with sprinkles at the end of tonight. That being Caden Bostic with a one-handed 4th down grab that kept it alive before the touchdown throw to Ben Campbell.
Yeah, like I said earlier, that is not something you can coach into a kid. That was just pure talent, him showing off right there, able to pull in that one-handed grab. It was very impressive. Coaches are definitely going to be excited about that tomorrow morning during film.
Drew Smith breaking down the film on his own out there in Facebook land says, why Perkins is not playing zone coverage with all these new kids out there is questionable to him. Your thoughts, Peyton?
Yeah, I don't know. That might just be coaching style for Coach Santoro and his staff. They might like running the the man coverage. They feel like they have the speed for it, and that could be something that Coach Santoro should look into in the coming weeks, is running a little more zone coverage.
Do want to let Russell Hoflick know. He said it'd be nice to see the entire clock. We know, man, there is no great way to get it. There is a pole. The light pole is right in front of the clock, so I can either show you the minutes or the seconds. Cannot show you both unless we're upstairs. Can't do that on Friday nights with the coaches. Slang it to the outside. This man has been the favorite target. That's Blake Parker. Nash recognizing it. Bursts up. Quick to the scene and just a yard.
Yeah, just a quick pass there to Parker, and really nothing there for him going with Evans in there to make the play.
So we're past the 3-minute mark here in quarter number 3. Pirates with a nice touchdown to open things up. Colts responded. We've only had 2 drives as Schweinfurth takes his time, lays it off, and Jackson avoids getting laid out. Business decision, kind of just hit the turf with Oswald in the vicinity. And it's going to be 3rd down on the way.
Yeah, Jackson coming out of the backfield here. Looks like Schweinfurth just didn't have anything going downfield. Had to dump it off to Jackson for just another. Looks like they didn't even give him a yard. Sitting at 3rd and 9 for the Perkins offense.
Coach Santoro looking to make some adjustments. Schweinfurth checking in on the wristband. He's got 3-4 receivers here to the near side, 5 wide, empty back. Rolls out left, wants it all, going deep, double coverage. What?
Oh,
a near catch.
Almost hauled it in for 13. Blake Parker was unable to hold on to it through the play, and it looked like the ground kind of knocked it out there.
Yeah, Davis Hoflick with the coverage from the safety spot rolls over. He's there, but Parker almost made the highlight reel. Gosh, the ground actually popped that out, and you can see how disappointed he was. That would have went down for about a 55-yard snag.
That was definitely something Perkins needed right there, just unable to haul it in.
So the Colts force the punts. Diving fair catch called for and made by Nash Evans. And the Colts get the ball right back, looking to ride a bit of momentum now. And Clear Fork, I think they've only had 1 3-and-out so far tonight. They've done an excellent job of keeping the offense on the field and just giving time to develop out here. These are kids that have been playing with each other for a number of years, plenty of them in the action last season. And with Marcus Hoflick out there, things are going pretty nice.
Looks like Hoflick's got Schmidt back there in the backfield with him again. Another handoff to the inside for Schmidt. Making a little bit of a play there, made a couple moves. Looks like just a 5-yard gain, but 4-yard gain.
Yeah, how about Porter Schmidt here with a little zigzag move up in the hole. You think he's going to cut it up right here, and then whoop, gets in behind his big guard. Tripped up, but a nice play.
It was great vision by Schmidt there, seeing where the defender was going, seeing what his pulling guard number 54 was doing with his block, and
Here's
making
Schmidt
a play out of it.
Again to the outside, thrown to the turf by Martin. 3 yards closer to a 1st down.
Yeah, you're going to be looking for Coach Brokaw here. Probably going to run out the quarter with Schmidt, but I can see him throwing Hayes back into the mix-up to throw Perkins off, maybe give Schmidt a little bit of a breather. You're going to be looking for Hayes to kind of pick up some more carries again this 4th quarter.
Have not seen Braden Hayes out there offensively yet in this second half. Had a dynamic 2nd quarter, and maybe that's what they're going to do. Schmidt in the odd numbers. as he throws a stiff arm but gets drugged down, lost a yard on the play. And so it's decision time with a 4th down, still on your own side of the turf at the 45.
It was a heavy stiff arm he threw there into Ronnie Cromer's face. Cromer is able to grab a hold of his jersey there, able to hold on and bring him down.
Colts can take the quarter. That seems to be the decision that the coaching staff is going to make. But they have got the lead here at the end of the 3rd. 14-7, and decisions. We'll see what Clear Fork does coming up. 4th down on the other side.
Carry supplements that are from companies that do a lot of testing. So they will test their raw ingredients. They'll test them afterwards as well. And they're testing for both purity, and then they're also testing for potency. So things like arthritis, inflammatory bowel disease. We have a lot of supplements and also prescriptions we can recommend, and lifestyle type things that can help with that as well.
It is money time here on the home of Live and Free. And here at the home of OH Report, the Colt Corral, where the punt unit is on. Coach Brokaw's been incredibly aggressive on 4th downs tonight. They've gone for it 5 times, electing to punt this one deep. Nobody back for the Pirates, and a fortuitous Clear Fork hop takes it inside the 15-yard line. So it's a gorgeous punt, and Nash Evans, he has been a full variety pack here tonight. Kid has done everything on the field for them. Special teams here. Seen him on offense and defense, and he's got the Pirates pinned back deep to start this 4th quarter.
Great placement there by Evans on the punt, and good call by Brokaw, trusting his punter to pin him deep, and Evans really coming in and pinning Perkins deep in their own territory. It looks like they got 90 yards to drive. A lot of green ahead of them. Coach Brokaw trusts in this defense that has really showed out this half.
And you see our cameraman wisely following over to the sideline. That's Sam Schweinfurth. So they've got the Wildcat formation in there. This is Logan Wadsworth, sophomore quarterback. And Levi Jackson, the back next to him. He's got his gloves on. That lets you know that he's likely going to take off. He will. Student body left, and it goes nowhere. Ben Campbell gobbles him up.
Again, there, Coach Brokaw trusts in this defense. This Clear Fork defense tonight has really controlled the line of scrimmage. Like I talked about at the beginning of the game, it's something they needed to do on both sides of the ball with Perkins' size, and they have done it so far.
It's a loss of 1 to open up the drive. The senior right back into the mix.
And that play not having the effect that Perkins had hoped for. They got Schweinfurth back in there from the 9.
Settles in the pocket, dials up a dime over to the sideline. A couple of nice moves and plenty of grass out in front. This could go 91 yards, if not for the speed here of Marcus Hoflick to track him down. But it's a huge play, flipping the field here for the Pirates.
Hoflick making a big-time play there, keeping up with
it's Logan Wadsworth, who was in at quarterback, and now he's down, grabbing on that right knee. But let's show you this run at the end, and Hoflick with the catch-up speed. Impressive stuff.
It really saving the touchdown there by Hoflick. Able to catch Wadsworth from behind. And it now looks like we have Wadsworth on the field with another cramp for Perkins.
Show you this whole play from the beginning.
He's just kind of wide open there on the left side of the field. Made a good move on Hoflick. He slipped, and Hoflick really made up the ground very quickly.
Yeah, look at where he comes from. The closing speed, and able to drag down Logan before he takes it all the way into pay dirt.
Yeah, slipping like that right at the start of the play, right at that first move that Wadsworth is able to make there, and still being able to catch up with him on the opposite side of the field to kind of save the Perkins touchdown really shows how fast this Marcus Hoflick is.
75 yards is what I have on the run down the sideline there for the backup quarterback, and might be finding a new role. And I think that's why he was so wide open. Coming off the field, fresh from the Wildcat formation, it's a unique look. And he's able to make the catch and run for the largest play of the night on either side. Second red zone trip tonight for the Pirates. They capitalized on their first trip. And this time they'll barrel it ahead with Jackson. And he stood up after a pickup of 4.
He had 4 or 5 Clear Fork defenders there, sticking their hats in on the ball. Really nowhere for Jackson to go. This play was kind of dead before it started.
Colts converge, stack them up, hold them to not a ton of yards after he entered that second level.
Looks like Schweinfurth up making a check at the line, giving the lineman the new play call.
They do have one-on-one here to the outside. Sam's looking that way, and he'll be dropped. First sack of the night for the Clear Fork defense.
Big sack. Looks like Oswald in there to make the play. Devin Oswald, number 8. And even Hayes, number 33, sticking his hat in there.
Colts bring a little bit of heat. I think that's what Schweinfurth saw. That's why they tried to hit him with the play action. Nate Wine on the outside, getting in the passing lane. Then you see Oswald and company doing the rest. Ben Campbell breaking in there and helping shut it down. Bring up third down, 9 yards needed on this 4-receiver set. Schweinfurth looks right, comes back left, scrambles out, sets his feet. He's got a man in the middle of the field. This is Parker, reverses angles, and he's in.
Perkins with the touchdown from Parker. Just kind of sitting in the middle of the field. A couple of defenders kind of close to him. None of them are able to make a play on him. He just had great angle on the ball and was able to really make. It looks like Braden Hayes there, kind of regretting his decision coming back inside to try to make a play on the ball.
We'll spin the full replay after this PAT. Let you see how it all played out. As Danny Buga comes out, stud sophomore. And Danny pounds it through the uprights, ties things up, 14 apiece. 9 minutes, 6 seconds remaining here at the Colt Corral. And one more look. The senior signal caller making a play with his feet. Parker settles in the middle. And the 6'2 senior into the end zone to square things up.
Yeah, Hayes trying to come back inside to make a play on the ball. Looks like he just took a bad angle there, and Parker saw it and made him pay for it.
There is the brand new scoreboard here in the Valley, and it lights up at night. So very cool. A lot of donations coming in from the Boosters Club, so shout out to Nicholas Oswald and the entire team bringing together some bucks for the new scoreboard. They have one in the gym as well. It's just the placement, as you're seeing on our scoreboard, that pole is in our way. So it's really hard to show you the whole thing, but I'm trying to keep you guys up to date as much as I can verbally. And always try to keep an eye on you guys out there in the chat section.
I think we might have to look for a different camera placement for the scoreboard cam.
Yeah, might have to bring it up top. We'll figure it out. I see a lot of viewership coming in on the YouTube right now. About 350 of y'all watching together. Another $137 on the Facebooks. Thank you guys for joining us. 500 of you all together here, hanging out on a Friday night, week 1 of high school football. And we have got a dandy going here in the Valley with another touchback, and the Colts will start from the 20-yard line.
Ball is about at the 20-yard line. Colts will start this drive.
Yeah, that's got to be nice for the Perkins coaching staff. Number 24, Danny Buga, I believe you mentioned earlier, he played soccer. Is that right?
Yeah, he's a fantastic player on the soccer pitch, goalie for Perkins, and helped lead them to a district championship last year, an upset win over Madison in Norwalk.
Having those soccer players on the football field definitely helps out the kicking game a lot.
Hoflick cuts back, leaps his way over a defender. Only goes for a gain of 2, though. But a really cool-looking couple of yards picked up here by the junior.
It hit about 4 yards out to the 24.
Yeah, I'm not really sure. It looked like maybe Martin maybe slipped there in the middle, still able to keep his balance enough to make the play. But Hoflick, like you said, getting, looks like 4 yards on the play.
Yeah, much better spot than I initially diagnosed, as they'll bring Oswald in motion. He's got the carry to the outside. Runs into a little bit of trouble. Splattered after maybe a pickup of 2, and it looks like Nash Evans down in some pain. But he's from Bellville. He'll pop up. He's a tough kid. Show you how this one played out on our OhioHealth replay.
Just quick jet sweep there to Oswald. Looks like he ran into Evans, which is probably why Evans was slow to get up. Maybe just kind of hit him wrong, gave him a little shock to the back there. It looks like we're ready to roll with Evans.
Marcus directing traffic. Moves the tight end to the right side. Steps up out of the backfield. It's underthrown for Schmidt. That had been very effective early in the game, but the Pirates sitting on it this time, and it's a rare 3 and out here for the Clear Fork offense.
Yeah, this play here, even if he got the ball to the receiver with Schmidt coming out of the backfield, Landon Flores, number 8, was right there to make the play. Even if he caught it, I don't think he had anywhere to go.
Punt formation on here for Clear Fork. Davey, the man back, standing at his own 41-yard line, awaiting the punt here from Nash. It'll be a high spiraling punt. Take a hop at the 44.
Takes another Clear Fork bounce all the way down to the 29-yard line.
So it'll flip the field here for the Colts, and we'll have a first down on the way. Pirates looking to continue to row the boat in the right direction here. Both of their touchdowns have come in the second half. Lagondo on the opening drive, an 11-yard connection. Schweinfurth with his second touchdown toss on the last drive at the 9:06 mark. And an excellent catch and run for Parker. Only 90 seconds of playtime later here. And Perkins, an opportunity to try to take the lead for the first time tonight.
Yeah, Perkins is going to look to continue with that passing success that they had on the last drive. They're going to be hoping to see some more open receivers kind of get the ball downfield fast and then trust their defense to hold Clear Fork like they just did.
The pace of play, the pre-snap adjustments have really been effective so far here for the Pirates in this second half as they'll go to the ground game. And Martin, head of steam, trudges forward, taken down by Oswald, but not until after a gain of right around 9.
39-yard line. Finally tackled there by number 8, Devin Oswald.
Yeah, just a quick inside handoff there. Good blocking by the offensive line, number 70, getting up to the second level. That is Eli Sanchez making his way into the defensive backfield to kind of make a key block there on that play.
Yeah, you love seeing that when the big fellas are able to enter that second level. That's what Martin does here as he spins his way through the hole. Knocked down, but not until he picks up a charter next gen. First down. Good hard running in between the tackles. Oswald again in on the stop, getting a little bit of help that time from Trey Sellers.
Looks like Alex Schlosser stuck his nose in there at the end of the play. Kind of helped bring him down. Martin, a good strong runner, keeps his legs driving. He's definitely been a force to reckon with tonight.
See if they make some adjustments here. 2nd down, 8. Schweinfurth straight back. Oswald in his face and nearly intercepted. Campbell got upon it. Tried to make a diving catch. Would have been huge. But they do hold him to the incompletion in a 3rd down.
That would have been a big momentum shift there. You see the tension kind of swinging towards Perkins. Oswald sniffed that screen out perfectly, and I don't think Schweinfurth saw him sitting there.
So avoids a bit of potential disaster. As the ball still marked at the 41, they got to pick up 8 or more to get the chain gang on the move. Play clock down to 3. Schweinfurth steps up, throws a rainbow, and Parker able to tiptoe for the snag.
Big sideline play there by Parker, hauling that pass in. Schweinfurth putting it in a perfect spot for him. Able to keep the chains moving on this drive, and Perkins looking to drive down the field and take the lead, I believe, for the first time tonight.
Campbell brought the pressure. Schweinfurth felt it and able to put just enough touch to allow Parker to run underneath it. He's having a big night. How many catches for Parker so far? 6th catch so far tonight. Clean pocket. Schweinfurth. To nobody in particular. Miscommunication. And that was Wadsworth outrunning the route, and backup quarterback. Not really his expertise, the route running, and felt like probably just the route tree combination wasn't expected. Just a throwaway.
Yeah, Schweinfurth, I think, was going for Wadsworth there. Maybe ran a different route than what Schweinfurth was expecting. Sam looking over at the sideline for some, looks like a check call. Changing the play here. We got 4 wide with 1 in the backfield.
Jackson with a nice block, chipping on Oswald initially. And just over to the sideline here, the Pirates nowhere to go with the ball. Schweinfurth yet again. Credit the pressure here. Schlosser coming from one side, and then we saw here from the near side as well, Devin.
That was good coverage there by the Clear Fork defensive backs. Not really giving Schweinfurth anything to look at, so he just had to throw it away to avoid a potential sack there by Alex Schlosser, who was closing in on him very fast.
South of 6 minutes remaining here in the contest. Schweinfurth loads up, going for it all. Parker's got a step. He's got the grab, and he is scooting in for his 2nd touchdown of the night.
That right there is exactly what Schweinfurth was looking for with Parker, but we got some yellow laundry on the field. A holding call on Perkins. That's going to be a big damper for this Perkins offense. That's going to take a lot of momentum out of that play that they just gathered up, and it's going to wipe those points off the scoreboard.
That was obviously the throwaway. We'll dial up the last play in the holding call.
Looks like number 56, Christian James Smith, possibly on this holding call. Right there, you saw just before the ball left Schweinfurth's hands. It looks like maybe he just lost his footing and didn't let go of the jersey, but almost dragged down the defensive lineman there for Clear Fork.
Tough break here for Perkins fans. Backed up now, wiping off what they thought was going to be the go-ahead touchdown. But Sam rifles again, too tall, in and out of the hands of Nash. Trying to hook up with Wadsworth.
I think Schweinfurth, he was just trying to force something in there. You can't do that, especially as a senior quarterback. This early in the season, he can kind of get away with it, but those types of passes, they need to be cut off very quickly. That was obviously very dangerous. Nash Evans almost hauling it in for the interception.
He Sellers both in the vicinity. So it's 4th down 20. Punt unit on. Hickman's had some interesting punts tonight.
Yeah, again, he holds on to the ball for so long. I'm not sure what his thought process is behind that. His punting style, maybe it's just different than what I'm used to seeing, but it's very dangerous. We saw an almost blocked punt earlier in the game because he holds on to the ball for so long.
Colts offense able to get the football back. A couple of timeouts, plenty of time. 5.5 minutes to go here. Looking for an opening night victory at the Corral. Trying to change their fortunes from the last couple of years. Third year now at the helm for Aaron Brokaw, former Clear Fork graduate and a stud when he played here. And now he's seeing his junior signal caller in and out of the hands of his brother. The Hoflick connection. Can't dial it in right there. Second down.
Yeah, Hoflick just kind of sat back in the pocket there, fired the ball to his brother, and looks like he just couldn't haul it in. It was a good pass, good ball placement.
So the clock settles right at 5 minutes, 35 seconds. Colts taking their time. Getting a fresh lineup out there. Play clock showing just 9 seconds. It's going to be a design quarterback keeper all the way, able to slip through the first would-be tackler, but second level. Can't escape there.
Yeah, he was able to get around that first tackle attempt there, but there was just too many Pirates there to plug up the hole, and really nowhere for him to go after that first broken tackle. Things getting a little chippy there at the end of the play. Getting late in the game. These guys they're really trying to do everything they can to win the game for their team.
This could be a monster play going for it. Oh,
and he hauled
catch.
it in. That's number 4, Ben Campbell, going up and catching that pass on the sidelines. What a play by number 4. He's a senior this year.
The captain coming through clutch here in crunch time. 3rd and long. Goes up over the defender. Sick grab over Levi Jackson for a fresh set out near midfield at the 45.
Yeah, Campbell definitely needed all 6 foot of his height on that one. Able to haul it in for a big play for Colts. They got a little bit of momentum going.
Stutter step through the hole. Here's Hoflick bursting into Pirate territory. He's got a nice about 7-yard run here to make it 2nd and short as they clear the bodies off the piles, and the helmet a little sideways. Shoulder pads exposed here for the junior. Tough running, especially in this game against a team like the Pirates.
Yeah, Hoflick really riding that momentum now. He's going to be looking to carry this team the rest of the way down the field so they can answer for this Pirates offense that's just been dominant this entire second half.
But in the hands of Porter Schmidt. A couple of hard hits right here. Took a lick from Flores, combined on the stop with Bob Hutchinson.
Good 2-yard run there for Schmidt. Hutchinson and Flores able to stick their nose in on the ball and kind of slow this Clear Fork offense down a little bit.
Did stymie him at the line. 3rd and short. Could be 4-down territory. About 3 minutes, 20 seconds remaining. The play clock fading down to 5. Offense gets set at 3, and Coach Brokaw going to take their second charge timeout.
Looks like it took this Clear Fork offense just a little too long to get up to the line, get the right play call going, and Brokaw having to burn a timeout because of it.
So this game boiling down to the wire was not the case a season ago. Started with a running clock in the 3rd quarter. Pirates a 55-0 win. And for Clear Fork, felt like this season could be a big step up from where they've been the last couple under Coach Brokaw, the 1999 grad, played on 3 playoff teams during his time here in 96, 97, and 98. And bounced around a little bit, was at Lexington down the street here in Richland County, head coach at South Central for a couple years, and then joined a couple other staffs before finding a home here, and did beat out 32 other applicants to get the job back here at home. And I always love seeing hometown kids return at their alma mater, Peyton.
Yeah, I agree. It's something that every kid dreams of, playing for their hometown, and then eventually coming back and coaching if that's what they want to do in their life. And Brokaw really taking advantage of that. You got Nash Evans coming out the left side here. Looks like he was able to pick up the first down, able to keep the chains moving for these Colts here tonight.
Love the play call. Nash Evans, he's been a speedster, a playmaker. They're manned up on the outside. You see the adjustment, Bryce Davey trying to follow him, and he gets just enough. Colts in no hurry, trying to burn up as much clock as possible.
Looks like they're coming out in that offset eye with Schlosser. They're set to the right, pitching it to Schmidt, and nowhere for him to go.
Ping-ponged around out there by a couple of Pirates tacklers. And the toss sweep not generating much offense, as we've got an injured Colt down on the field right now. It looks like it's Porter Schmidt. He was able to pop up pretty quickly, trying to work his way over to the sideline, wants to stay out there. And maybe now we'll see Braden Hayes. The sophomore was so huge in the first half, scored the first touchdown of the game.
Yeah, Schmidt here, he'll come off the field. Athletic trainers are going to take a look at him, take care of him, and hopefully get him back out on the field. He's been so explosive this second half. Really hasn't left the field either side of the ball. That might be what we're seeing here. That's starting to catch up to him a little bit. We might see Braden Hayes come back in. Again, we saw him have that big second quarter there to really give Clear Fork all the momentum going into halftime. See if he's able to keep up his production that he showed us in the first half.
Hayes does enter the backfield. Colts maintaining similar look from what we saw last play. And a flag flies. Think we'll get a false start here to start things off for Clear Fork.
Yeah, I believe it was 76 at left tackle there. Grayson Crunkleton jumping a little bit there at the start of the play.
Wouldn't that fine still be second down?
Just enough of a jump to catch the eye of the referee.
Crunkleton, just a sophomore this year. He's looked good all night. Hasn't hardly made any mistakes, but big false start there, pinning the Colts back 5 more yards.
And they'll take the snap now, right around 2 minutes to go. Hoflick sets, throws deep. Not this time. Would have been another tough snag.
Oswalt looking for the flag there, but it looks like Levi Jackson, number 4, just had really good coverage on Oswalt. Really no place for Hoflick to kind of place that ball for a completion there.
Looking that way all the way, getting one-on-one with Levi Jackson to the outside, thinking that Oswalt can win the matchup.
Looks like Oswalt might have been calling for a push-off there, or maybe a face guarding call, but refs obviously didn't see it. We're set up with 3rd and 15 here for Clear Fork.
Perkins just going to rush 4. Pump fake. Now Hoflick.
Able to escape the sack there by 21. Looking for anything downfield.
Now just trying to get it back to the line of scrimmage. We'll see if we get intentional grounding.
Perkins looking for the flag, but it doesn't look like it's going to come in. That's going to set up a 4th and 15 for Clear Fork. We're going to be looking for them to punt here, try to pin them deep. Oh, and a late flag here by the head referee coming in. Looks like they are going to call intentional grounding on Marcus Hoflick here.
Yeah, super late flag. Here's the whole thing. See Marcus showing a little bit of escapability initially, getting away from DJ Johnson. Then the second time, ducks underneath, throws, and you got to get it back to the line of scrimmage. And I think, unfortunately for the Colts, it was about 1 yard shy of where it needed to be.
Yeah, that's what I'm seeing on the replay here. The ref didn't see it initially. After some discussion between the back judge and the head referee here, it looks like that's what they might be calling here. Let's see what they finally decide.
So this is the man that's actually waiting back. There's a huddle of other referees talking about it, and they're instructing Coach Brokaw to come over for a conversation. They're actually just looking to get a game ball, so they have issued the penalty, and it's disaster here for the Colts. 4th and 32 is now going to be the scenario, and a chance for the Pirates and Sam Schweinfurth to get the ball back in decent field position with about $1:30 to go.
Yeah, what started off as a really promising drive here for Clear Fork has kind of fallen apart at the seams. Not sure what went wrong with their offensive drive here, but it looks like we got Nash Evans back in here again to punt. He's going to be looking to kick this ball as far downfield as possible. Obviously, sitting back at their own 27-yard line, it's going to be hard getting any type of positive gain out of this.
It's a good snap. Return position. It's a line drive. Davey playing way up. He's been hesitant to play the ball anyways on these punts, and it works out well again for the Colts. So it's going to be 76 yards in between the Pirates and Paydirt as they get the football back. 1st and 10, but they do have a senior signal caller, and he's been heating up here in the second half.
Yeah, Sam is really definitely stepped up the second half. He's figured out whatever was his issue was in that first half. As we saw, he just seemed to struggle. I think, again, they only had 32 total yards in the first half, and they've definitely figured something out in that Perkins locker room and got things rolling.
Been playing with a lot of pride. We've also seen Sam put the ball in a couple of not so wise places here in this second half.
Yeah, again, I think he's just trying to force things to go. Again, as a senior, you can't really be making those kinds of plays too often because you're going to get caught sleeping. And another false start on number 14, Logan Wadsworth. Little miscommunication between him and Schweinfurth.
Yeah, you see him take off, initiate the initial route, and sometimes can lull you a little bit with all these adjustments that they're trying to make at the line of scrimmage, and it's been fortuitous so far here for Jalen Santoro and this coaching staff in the second half. Cost him a bit here. 1st and 15, Schweinfurth to the air, open man again, and it's Logan Wadsworth able to make up for the penalty yardage. He's got a 1st down and more.
Yeah, Wadsworth is looking for the ref. They're trying to get the ball placed as quick as possible. Game winding down here, just under a minute and a half in the game. Perkins is going to look to drive here quick to get a score here late.
Start to wind the clock. Schweinfurth steps up, directing traffic, a little bit of pressure, and you see Logan lose his footing. Otherwise, he might have had consecutive catches.
Looks like number 4, Ben Campbell, the captain again, getting pressure on Schweinfurth, and he's feeling the heat. That Campbell coming in, I mean, it seems like every other play, Campbell's in his face. So we got a trip set to the near side with a single receiver on the far side. Different play call coming in from the sidelines. Got number 2, Martin in the sidecar. Schweinfurth going deep. Looking for Caden Lagondo, but just overthrew him.
Excellent coverage on the play. Hoflick, he's been really solid in one-on-one matchups here tonight, and the Colts, they've been trusting him. In fact, kind of a solo safety more often than not with his brother. And they're able to shut him down for these first couple of plays. Back-to-back incompletions, 3rd and 10. And now, interesting for the Pirates if you don't end up picking up this first down.
We've definitely got a heck of a defensive matchup tonight. Looks like Perkins able to get Clear Fork to jump off sides there. That's Ben Campbell, the captain again, the senior. Able to get him to jump and kind of help out their field position here a little bit with a 5-yard penalty.
Racing out of his stance, trying to get a head start. So look at him 5 yards closer. Still got to pick up that other half of the 10 for the first down. Yard marker showing at the 47. Schweinfurth looking left all the way, throws over the middle, and again it's a dime on the money. Here comes Logan Wadsworth, his second snag. Both of them going for first downs on the drive.
Oswald coming over top there, trying to make the play. Came in a little late and dove over top of Wadsworth to avoid unnecessarily hitting him, giving Perkins even more yardage on the penalty.
Clock winding, closing in on 40 seconds to go. Schweinfurth backpedaling, pressure in his face, steps up, throws, and it'll be low. Colts asking for a potential penalty here.
Yeah, Colts looking for an intentional grounding call here. I don't think the ball got to the line of scrimmage. Let's see what the refs decide here. Schweinfurth had a lot of pressure on him. Again, that was Ben Campbell chasing him down from behind. Campbell's really been something on that defensive line tonight.
Ball really came sideways out of Schweinfurth's hand.
Looks like he hit a lineman number 59, Wyatt Fantaz. My apologies.
Going to get the first Perkins timeout here this second half. Still have 2 more to go. Got the football with a 2nd and 10 situation. And approximately 37 seconds showing on the clock. KOD talks, hoping that the Pirates can dig deep here, fellas. That's what he's asking for over on YouTube Channel 1. 440 of you all watching together. 227 on the Facebooks, where Rhonda Barnett says, let's hold them Colts. So on flip side to the coin here, just a magnificent opening night game for us here on a Friday in the Valley. Gorgeous backdrop, fantastic crowd so far, and the football has matched up to this point, Peyton.
I agree. I'm going to be looking for Perkins probably to go back to Wadsworth over the middle to try to get this ball downfield with only 37 seconds left on the clock. Tie ball game in 4th quarter here in Clear Fork High School. I'm going to be looking for like I said, Wadsworth over the middle. I think that's what Schweinfurth is going to be looking for. See what Clear Fork has to answer for that. They've really been able to cover great in the first half, the middle section of that field. The second half, Perkins able to just get things moving.
Blake Parker's got both of the touchdowns tonight here for the Pirates. He's been a menace in the receiving game. Clear Fork's done a better job of matching up with him in the second half of the second half. But Logan Wadsworth all of a sudden has emerged as they're looking to set up the
pressure
deep
and
ball,
a sack.
No way!
Big sack by number 76, Grayson Crunkleton, coming out of nowhere, taking down Sam Schweinfurth. Big play for the Clear Fork Colts there. Looks like a 8-yard loss.
And so the Pirates going to burn another time out. Check this out on the OhioHealth replay. Just comes right off. Boom, able to swim by and just rock the quarterback in the backfield. Second sack tonight for the Colts.
Crunkleton, the 6'2", 185-pound sophomore. Not a big guy, but he was able to get things moving on that play, able to rip past the offensive lineman there and make a big stop for this Colt defense.
Show it to you at about 70% speed. Look at this nice just rip through. Blows by Jackson. Boom. Gets to the backfield.
Looks like Clear Fork has a defensive call made to their players coming back out on the field. Still waiting on Perkins to finally come out on the field, see what they're going to do. But again, Grayson Crunkleton, he had that false start earlier and really made up for it on that play right there.
Pirates do have Buga. Sensational as a freshman kicker. He's 2 for 2 on extra points so far here tonight. 3rd down, 17 yards needed. Got to get to the Clear Fork 38-yard line for the chain gang to move it in favor of the Pirates. As the pressure comes on the outside, pocket collapses and it's underthrown, trying to connect with Lagondo. And the Colts defense does their job, forcing the 4th down.
Looks like we're looking at 4th and 18. This definitely isn't anywhere close to where Perkins wanted to be. Even if they wanted to kick the ball for the 3-point win, they're going to have to try to pin them deep in their own territory. But again, number 99, Grant Hickman, just holds on to the ball so long.
Oh, it's a high snap. Here comes Clear Fork off the pressure. Hickman just has to dive on it as the Colts are going to get the ball with 18 seconds left at the 12-yard line. What a change of fortunes here in the Valley.
Big mistake there by the Perkins long snapper. Just looks like he just launched it over the punter's head there. And that right there, that's just the excitement of the game. Things moving along. Sometimes mistakes like that happen, and then unfortunately, it was at the worst point in the game that it could have happened.
Nash Evans leading the charge, getting down there to help force the pressure. And for the Colts, 1 timeout still remaining. Interesting situation here from the 12-yard line. If you try to just run it, set it up in the middle of the field for the potential game-winning field goal attempt, or if you try to go for it all in the touchdown.
Question is, with Braden Hayes having that big second quarter, are they going to try to give it to him, maybe get him the game-winning touchdown? Looks like they are, and he's stuffed right at the line from Martin. Maybe a 1-yard loss.
Colts going to let the clock funnel down here to 3, 2, 1 second when they burn their final timeout.
Timeout taken here by Clear Fork. Looks like they're probably going to be bringing the kicking team on for a potential game-winning field goal here from the 12-yard line.
Make it about a 29-yard game winner is what we're looking at here, folks. So it's all boiled down to a special teams play.
Let's see where this kicker lines up. Lines up the kicking block here. Hayes got it right in the middle of the field, right where Clear Fork wanted it. It was good ball placement by Hayes. Even though he didn't get any yardage on that play, he got the ball right where they needed it to be.
So it all rests right now on the right foot here of Nash Evans, looking to send the Colts into the victory column here as he's setting it up.
Looks like he's got the block set up at the 19-yard line. Like you said, a 29-yard field goal for the potential game winner. Let's see if Evans is able to put it through the uprights and bring this game to a close.
Coach Santoro going to try to ice him as best he can as the Pirates burn their final timeout. Fantastic contest here in week 1, guys. It's all going to come down to one kick, 29 yards for the win, and glory here at the Colt Corral. And you better believe that the Stampede is ready to do just that out on the field with a maid.
Oh yeah, as soon as that ball goes up, if it goes to the uprights like they're wanting to, this student section down here, the opposite end zone, is definitely going to storm the field in celebration. What a huge turnaround from last year's game up in Sandusky. Perkins obviously winning 55-0 in that game. And like you said, they were in a running clock the entire second half. Tonight, it's been a complete different ball game for Clear Fork.
Built some momentum at the end of last season, won 3 out of 4 to make the playoffs. And now they're likely to get off to a 1-0 start. Perhaps the most pressure-packed moment of the junior Nash Evans career so far. He's ready, gives the nod, the kick is up, and he burns it through. The Colts have won!
What a kick from Evans, really stepping up under pressure, bringing this game to his close, and a really tough loss for Perkins, coming down here to Clear Fork, trying to continue their success from last year, and Clear Fork really showing them who's boss tonight.
The Colts make their way down to the student section. Jess Brokaw trying to hold them off as long as she can, but the party's going on in the end zone. They are going to be rocking tonight in the Valley. Fireworks popping off overhead on the kick, heard around Richland County. And here's the reaction from Evans and the Colts as they are victorious here on opening night. 1-0 now on the season. The Colts knock off the defending Division IV state runner-up. We will step aside. Lots of post-game coverage still to come here tonight, including an interview with our MVP. I think we got to talk to Mr. Nash Evans. He was all over the place here tonight. Offense, defense, and the biggest special teams play in recent Colts memory. Stay tuned. We'll have an MVP interview, post-game stats, and get you all set up for week 1 of the Friday Night Pigskin, all here on the OH Report. Don't go anywhere. We'll return live and free.
Take a look at all the action from Friday Night Football right here in North Central Ohio with great analysis, highlights, coach interviews, and so much more every single Friday night right here on the OH Report.
At Avita Home Health and Hospice, our caring professionals are ready to serve you with personally tailored services designed to meet the unique needs of each individual. When we take on a patient at Avita Home Health and Hospice, they really do feel like family. So when we take care of our family, we want to take care of the whole person. So we take care of them from our nurses, our aides, our physical, occupational, and speech therapists, but we also have people that tend to their hearts. So we have social workers, we have chaplains, and people that can help with the emotional side of their care.
At Avita Home Health and Hospice, we have a dedicated team that takes care of you. Caring for the whole person is our promise to you. From social and emotional well-being to the way the patient relates to their loved ones, we treat your family like our family.
Serving patients and their families wherever they call home, including assisted living facilities and nursing homes. Call 1-800-4NURSES to see if Avita can help administer your plan of custom care.
When it comes to comfort, every degree matters. At Buckeye Horizon, we proudly install and maintain Trane heating and cooling systems built to last, engineered for performance. And with our expert service, your home stays comfortable year-round. No matter the season, we'll keep your system running at its best. Call Buckeye Horizon at 419-529-2738, your local Trane comfort specialist.
We are a compounding pharmacy, so we compound medication that people are not able to find other places. We can make oral liquids, so like liquids you take by mouth. We make creams and ointments, so if you need a medication delivered topically or through the skin, we can get medication into creams that way. We can also make medications into capsules, as well as suppositories, nasal sprays if you need it, things like that.
I think one of the things that makes Wellspring so unique is to give the patient that ability to choose between traditional and or complementary.
If you're needing medication and you're not able to find what you need, or you need it to go into your body in a different way, that's what we help with.
Joined by your player of the game, the hero tonight, Nash Evans, kicking the game-winning field goal. That's exactly where we need to start. Pressure-packed moment. Getting off to 1-0 on the line there. Take me through the couple of timeouts, what's talked about in the huddle, and then ultimately the sensation when it rips right through the uprights.
It's an amazing feeling. I mean, I've never kicked before, at least in the varsity level, and my heart was pounding, but I was confident in myself. The timeouts, they ain't mean nothing to me. I mean, I just kept my composure and kicked the ball.
Boy, you're going to need an ice bath, though. You never came off the field, it seemed like tonight. Special teams, offense, defense, you're always out there.
Yep.
So your role on the team, Swiss Army knife, how would you describe it, though, and what Coach Brokaw and the staff is asking you to do?
I mean, it's definitely a challenge. You got to have the endurance, the stamina to go all game, both ways, kicking, everything. But that's what the practices are for. I mean, conditioning, and that's really it. I mean, just stayed in shape.
What a turnaround from a season ago. Perkins had a different looking team, of course, but you just get absolutely walloped opening night. So to come out here, comes down to the last play, you get a big victory. How much different is the sensation around this team right now here in 2025?
It's beautiful. I mean, everyone was doubting us. No one had faith in us. I mean, and we came through, obviously, but we worked our butts off all year, and we wanted this. I mean, we wanted this night. We wanted it more than them, obviously.
Colt Corral's a special place, especially here opening night. The temperature was right. The student section was lit. To be a part of this game and this atmosphere, what do you think you're going to remember most about week 1 of 25?
I'm definitely going to remember that kick for the rest of my life. I mean, beating one of the top schools in Ohio in our division at least, it's a great feeling. I'm going to remember this night forever.
Well, we're going to turn you loose and let you go party with your friends, but of course we got a tradition here on OH Report. I'm sure you got a lot of them tonight. Go ahead, hit me with some shout-outs.
Hey, I want to shout out to my mom, my dad, my stepmom, and my stepdad, and also all my seniors out there that are playing their first game. Thank you, guys.
All right, our Mechanics Bank MVP, Mr. Everywhere, all the time, worldwide, Nash Evans with the kick heard around Richland County.
Yes, sir.
Going down in the history books. Thanks for the time, bro.
See you guys later.
Take a look at all the action from Friday night football right here in North Central Ohio with great analysis, highlights, coach interviews, and so much more every single Friday night right here on the OH Report.
At Avita Home Health and Hospice, our caring professionals are ready to serve you with personally tailored services designed to meet the unique needs of each individual. When we take on a patient at Avita Home Health and Hospice, they really do feel like family. So when we take care of our family, we want to take care of the whole person. So we take care of them from our nurses, our aides, our physical, occupational, and speech therapists, but we also have people that tend to their hearts. So we have social workers, we have chaplains, and people that can help with the emotional side of their care.
At Avita Home Health and Hospice, we have a dedicated team that takes care of you. Caring for the whole person is our promise to you. From social and emotional well-being to the way the patient relates to their loved ones, we treat your family like our family.
Serving patients and their families wherever they call home, including assisted living facilities and nursing homes. Call 1-800-4NURSES to see if Avita can help administer your plan of custom care.
When it comes to comfort, every degree matters. At Buckeye Horizon, we proudly install and maintain Trane heating and cooling systems built to last, engineered for performance. And with our expert service, your home stays comfortable year-round. No matter the season, we'll keep your system running at its best. Call Buckeye Horizon at 419-529-2738, your local Trane comfort specialist.
We are a compounding pharmacy, so we compound medication that people are not able to find other places. We can make oral liquids, so like liquids you take by mouth. We make creams and ointments, so if you need a medication delivered topically or through the skin, we can get medication into creams that way. We can also make medications into capsules, as well as suppositories, nasal sprays if you need it, things like that.
I think one of the things that makes Wellspring so unique is to give the patient that ability to choose between traditional and or complementary.
If you're needing medication and you're not able to find what you need, or you need it to go into your body in a different way, that's what we help with.
The victory bell is ringing out here in the valley. Even though it's gone dark, let's get you a picture of the scene out here real quick. Forgot that we had to swap out cameras to bring it down here from Nash Evans with the game-winning field goal tonight. 29-yarder, sending the Colts to a 17-14 victory here to open things up. I am Brian Skronsky. Jackson Yoder has been tracking the stats. He is joining me now here for the post-game coverage. And, boy, what a finish. How much fun was that?
What a finish, man. That was crazy. Grayson Crunkleton, big sack there to basically completely shift momentum in Clear Fork's favor. That bad snap over the head of the punter and just taken down for a huge loss. Set that run from 33, can't remember, Haynes?
Yes, sir.
Hayes, yeah. Short run there, ran down the clock, timeout, put it through the uprights. Good job there for Clear Fork.
300-plus yards tonight for the Colts. They played really well defensively in the first half, had one of the most potent offenses a season ago in the state shut down. Pirates found their footing in the second half, most of that through the passing game, and on the flip side, the Colts. Nice variety pack, but really getting it done with the rushing attack.
For sure. Hayes and Schmidt getting it done. Schmidt, looking at his rushing, he's like, when I was tracking it, mostly it's like 3s and 4s, and like a 5 in there. Those are good numbers. You know, those are good first, second down numbers that can get you to the first down and move the chains later on in the drive.
Both teams penalized 6 times. Didn't really affect either, but the huge play at the end of the game, the bad snap, and then Clear Fork capitalizing. Just what a change that can probably make for the whole duration of the season moving forward. You feel the environment out here, still ringing the victory bell. So Jackson, just seeing that and the way that they won, how inspired do you feel like this is going to have an impact on the team?
Oh, this is week 1. That's a big it's the opener of the season. So they're gonna think about this going into next week. How can we continue this momentum going into the next game and games up and coming? And this is gonna be Clear Fork. They could have a good season up against Scott is it Zanesville?
They got Zanesville coming here next week.
Zanesville coming up next week. So that is going to be a good game. Hopefully, maybe Clear Fork can pull it off, go 2-0 on the season, but we'll have to see how that goes.
All right. Thank you for tracking the stats for us here tonight. I'll have you go ahead and hand off the headsets. And we'll bring in Peyton Colopy here. Peyton, just your impressions there, end of the game, and what we just saw transpire here tonight.
Yeah, I mean, Jackson put it perfectly. This Perkins team really made the right adjustments at halftime. They came out firing. They came out swinging hard. Kind of dominated the field the whole second half. Wasn't able to get a ton of points on the board, but the level of play was definitely raised coming out of the halftime locker room. But Clear Fork coming in at the end of the game, a couple big plays right when they needed them. They always say big-time players make big-time plays in big-time games, and that definitely happened tonight. Jackson mentioned the sack by Grayson Crunkleton. We saw just a few plays before jump early on the offensive side of the ball, with a false start, which kind of derailed their drive that they had going, and then making up for it with that big sack right at the end of the game, really helping the defense get the ball back into the offensive hands. And then Nash Evans with what an amazing end of game field goal, win the game 17-14 after losing 55-0 to Perkins last year. He said earlier he's going to remember that for the rest of his life. He definitely will.
So moving forward for the Pirates, what's your outlook for this team trying to replace 20 seniors, 8 starters on each side of the ball? What do you think the prognostication will be for the next 9 weeks?
Well, like I said, they came out firing in the second half. They got things rolling. They seem to have some things figured out. Couldn't quite get everything put together tonight here against the Colts. I see them going 8-2, 7-3 this year. Maybe a couple losses, just because of the amount of experience they lost at the end of last season. But these guys that were starters last year, we only brought 4 of them back this year. They're really going to be pushing this week, leading this team further into this season. They're going to start stepping up a lot more in the locker room, in the weight room, out on the practice field. I think this Perkins team has a lot going for them this year.
They do, but tonight is about the Colts here at home as they stand tall. Week 1 victors and 1-0 now here in the Valley, moving into Week 2 against Zanesville. I will be back here at the Colt Corral for that game. Looking forward to being on the call for that to see if Clear Fork can continue to build on this momentous win here tonight with this man right here, Nash Evans, who had this fake punt earlier in the game, kicking the biggest field goal of his life. I want to thank everybody combining to make tonight's broadcast possible. Of course, all of our generous sponsors. Please do support them. They make being live and free possible for us here week in and week out. Peyton Colopy, my guy, opening night here, and you got a thriller, my friend. So it might be kind of tough moving forward from week 1 for your coverage the rest of the way, but it was a joy, dude.
Oh, yeah, I definitely enjoyed tonight. I appreciate you and the rest of the OH Report giving me this opportunity this year. Like you said earlier, tonight was my first game. I've never done anything like this before, and what a way to start it. Clear Fork finishing the game 17-14 with a game-winning field goal. Can't ask for anything better than that.
Storybook stuff here for the Colts. Also, Jackson Yoder, our sophomore intern from Lexington High School, tracking all your stats, jumping on the microphone with the updates at halftime and postgame. We appreciate him. He'll be around for a lot of the season with me as well. And so will Jeremy Peoples, my camera guy, my Peoples, going to be with me week in and week out. For the entire team back at OH Report World Headquarters, I am Brian Skronsky saying so long for now, but I'll see you guys in about hour and 45 minutes on the Friday Night Pigskin. Tune in. See you there.
Well, I'm not sure how else you might want to start the